warm up and just chat, and then once we're sure it's connected, then we can do the whole intro thing, you know.
Oh yeah.
So how's your day been, B?
It's been pretty chill, pretty chill. I went to school, talked about some shit, and then I went home, and then I've been home ever since.
That's pretty
I
cool.
had to I had to get my bike repaired. So I had to
Oh
get it
hell
down to
yeah.
the repair shop.
That's fucking cool. Expensive as shit in it.
Yeah. My
Epic.
dad was insane though. He was like, "I'll pay for it," and I was like, "I love you,
Aw
Dad."
man. Family, man.
Right. It's because he was like, "Oh, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't help you this time because like I'm busy as fuck. Three of my five colleagues have gotten COVID,
Oh
so like
wow,
we are
that is a lot of
loaded
colleagues.
with work. You know what I mean?"
That is a
So he
lot
was
of
like, "I don't
colleagues.
actually." Right. So he was like, "I don't actually have time to like help you with this." And I was like, "Oh, that's all right. I'ma just
And then he
I don't know,
came out
fucking
of
walk to
nowhere
school or
and
something."
saved you anyway.
Right. He was like, "Here, let me give you some money," and I was like, "Oh my God, thank
Aw
you. You're my
man.
hero."
Uh, anyway, hey Twitch. I'm that guy that hates Tuesdays.
And I'm B, and I
Yep.
just drink some water.
And I don't know why I am talking like this in this intro, but I am. And I am happy and it is great.
That's good. That's
I've
very good.
I've spent 3 weeks coming up with dice rules.
Dice rules.
Yeah, because to make the combat work, now that I have to introduce
Oh,
some magic and some more powerful stuff, I wanted the boss
yeah.
fight to be good, so I had to make the stuff at least somewhat balanced.
Oh yeah, that's very true. I feel like last time was a bit of a test on how well this would work and how much we loved or hated it.
Yeah, and we had fun.
And today is like working out the kinks, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Um, so if this goes well and Nora completes her quest, maybe we'll even do this again
Nori.
in a
Nori.
full Nori. Yes, excuse me, Nori. If Nori completes her mission, then perhaps we shall do this and bring it to a greater scale. Make it a little
Yeah,
campaign. Um,
yeah.
but
Honestly, I would love to see Nori in a campaign. I feel like that would be great in an actual like campaign. Not just the hey, you done fucked.
but
You
first,
gotta fix.
we must tell the legend of Nori and also some other guys.
The Legend of Nori and everyone else.
Yeah, there's also other people in it, but it's not their story, you know?
Yeah, not really. I mean,
Alright,
there's the
um,
hmm?
oh shit, here's the thing I forgot to add to my notes. An introduction thing, but I remember, so I guess I'll just, anything else you want to say before I catch up people who might not have been there, or?
Not really. You just go ahead and catch people up to what we were doing.
Right, so last time we kind of just went and it did well, it was, we improvised it, but it all kind of ended up falling together into a whole little story and making a bit of a picture at the end. Um, Nora, our or or halfling, as we've discovered she is, or halfling,
Yeah.
raised by a goblin she calls Grandpa, had picked up a job for some extra coin, and discovered a note on on the package she was hired to deliver that warned her that this was stolen goods, and she'd be paid very well if she made it, but she was in fact being hunted. She
Yep.
went through the woods in an attempt to lose the pursuers, um, and she did for the most part, and encountering all sorts of twisted, seemingly combined creatures of multiple animals that attacked her with furious rage, and a sickly wolf, um, before finally encountering three men that attempted to stop her. But she survived and made it to the town, where she had no idea who to talk to or who she was even delivering the package to because she had lost the note. She literally looked
It
at
was
it,
chaos.
saw it go north, and then dropped it into a river because she fudged her roll. Anyway, um, But after going around 3 taverns and getting some free soup and talking to 2 local knife enthusiasts for a prolonged period of time, she did not
Oh, it
know
was great.
she did not know you could play Five Finger Fillet that fast. She finally came to the largest, most traveler-ridden tavern with the most life in it at the time. Spotting a face she recognized as the previous courier in the line of people who transported the package, eagerly eyeing a man in the corner of the bar now and then, she approached the man he was eyeing, and it was correct. It was the guy she was supposed to bring the package to. Um, he also recognized he was being watched by the other man and sent her over after being presented with the package to make sure it was the real deal. Once she approached the stranger, he called her an idiot, pointed to the empty table, and said, "You just left without getting paid." This
Invert.
man this man turns out to be some kind of agent working for a lord or other group. We're not quite sure about that yet. But he has business, and his job was to make sure that package was returned to where they'd stolen it from. He now holds her partially responsible and demands that she helps him. And that is where we pick off from last time. Them sitting at the table, Nora kind of going, "Can I go to bed?" And him going, "No."
No!
Um,
She is tired. She is exasperated. She's had a very long day.
so,
And now she has to help do some more shit.
so the man in front of you leans forward a bit, introducing himself as Agent Kane. He doesn't explain anything else about who he is or why he specifically demands that you should help him, but he goes on to say this: "I haven't gotten a lot of info on the target himself, other than his name, Era, and one person of interest. Apparently, he's only made one friend in the entire year he's lived here. Some guy named Celeste. Weird name, bit of a loner. I got some
Huh.
things to do. Um, Meet me here in an hour. There's a few places or things I know you might find of use to us, but I'm counting on you to at least be of use. Like, come on. I know that,
Alright, I mean, I guess since I 100% fucked up, I should at least help.
well, it was my job to make sure you didn't get here. But see, the thing was, I hired someone completely inexperienced, tiny,
Oh, I'm not
and
surprised.
I made them go on a route where my men would easily apprehend them. And somehow you pulled through, and I gotta give you that. I didn't expect that, but that's also why I'm now counting on you to help me with this, because you at least seem somewhat
Did
capable.
you stop me from delivering the package that you didn't want delivered?
I didn't expect you to just leave the table without him paying you. That was so. I was dumbfounded, okay? I
No,
was.
I'm sorry. You should have gone over there and stopped it before I even left the table.
And blown my cover? He doesn't know that I'm following him. He crosses his
Oh,
arms, clearly talking loud enough for a couple of people in the bar to look over at you. You know, the guy who's a secret agent or something.
no, I'm sorry. Why would a secret agent say that out loud?
I'm not a secret agent.
Oh my.
I'm just an agent, okay? That's all you need to know. And
I mean,
th-
whatever floats your
do
boat, I
you even know
suppose.
what you gave to him?
No, I have no idea. I was handed a package. I'll go deliver this, and you'll get paid.
Well,
And like,
I'm
no,
not
I kind of need the money.
I'm not fully certain what it's capable of, especially in his hands. From what I can
No.
gather, he is kind of an outcast. Let's put it like that. I feel like you
Oh,
should
of
ask a
course.
few people about that yourself, because I haven't been able to get too much. Not a lot of people seem to want to talk about him. Um, But if you bring up the fact he might be a threat and that you have the law on your side, they might help you. In the meantime, while I go deal with
Hmm.
my own business, you could consider checking out some of the places that are still open. We might need help dealing with this guy, so making a few allies wouldn't hurt. Um, no
All
matter
right,
what,
fine.
no matter what, we should at least bring this up with the guard captain at the outpost. I also think there's a
No,
general
apparently that is
store.
your job, not
No,
mine.
yeah, yeah, shush, I'm briefing you. Quiet. This is professional work now. Excuse me, that was a little rude,
Yes.
but still, you just interrupted me. There's also a store that might have useful things. I don't know if you have any money. I'm not giving you any. Um, there's a blacksmith I think that's still open. If you have anything that needs repairs or you need any better weapons. Uh, Other than that, I guess ask around. I don't know. I don't have time for this. He says as he gets up from the table. He turns back around and goes, "But do something, okay? I'll be back in an
Fine.
hour." And with
All right,
that,
fine.
he leaves. What
Oh, God.
what does Nora do with this?
I feel like she would just be like, oh, before she would get up and be like, all right, well, better get going. You know what I mean?
So
Like, if she don't get going, she's probably gonna get in trouble.
where does Nori want to go? Where does Nora want to go?
Um, I think she wants to go to.
Like she doesn't necessarily know the town that well, but there are a lot of structures that would stand out, or any town has this kind of thing, that kind of place, and if you just ask around a bit.
Yeah,
But
yeah. No, like
the agent did bring up a few places, but I'm sure
Oh
there's
yeah,
more.
he did mention that there's a few places that still open. So I'm wondering. It's fairly late, right? It's like fucking midnight or some
It's
shit
it's
like
not
that now.
midnight. The sun was setting when you entered the woods, so it's been dark for a few hours, and I imagine it's cold. It's probably wintry, so it's probably not too late, but some places would still be open, especially if there's a lot of
Yeah,
travelers going through.
right? Like I would imagine going back to one of the inns, one of the taverns that we came across last time.
Well, you're currently in one.
That's true. But I kind
Um,
of feel like the people in there wouldn't trust me too much after the things that just was said out loud.
Well, it's a large one. Well, most of the people around you lost interest immediately. They just kind of looked over because they heard someone say something loudly, when someone just suddenly outbursts. Not really
Yeah,
like you're listening. You just look because there's something loud going on.
that's very true.
Some
That's
of them
very
might
true.
have been listening, but not more than there normally would be.
Is is there anyone in there that looks like they could probably maybe want to help?
Well, you notice a person sitting in a corner with a cloak on that says Celeste, and you remember the name Celeste. And
Oh
they're
God.
sitting alone in the darkest corner with a mug in front of them.
Okay. 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 Um, Something tells me I already forgot who the
That was
fuck
um
Celeste
that
is,
was the
but
one person that
that should
Era.
be avoided. Yeah.
No, that's the one person.
Oh.
No, he said that's the person of interest because that's the
Oh
one guy
yeah.
that's been possibly talking more with Era in the town.
Oh yeah. That's right. That's right. Should I go talk to him? I feel like I should go talk to him.
Well, do you go talk to him?
Well, I mean, I might die, but it's worth a try.
Okay, so how do you want to approach the guy? Do you like sneak up on him? Do you just walk up there? Do you like wave at him, or what do you do?
I like steal someone's beers and approach with a peace offering.
Okay, so okay, if you want to okay, so I want you to roll me a d12.
Right. I think I did it correctly.
That's a 9. I'll say you you
That's a
you
9.
try to snatch 2 mugs of ale from a guy, but he like leans back a little bit. He doesn't see you, so but you can only reach one of the mugs. So you grab that, and
Oh,
he
that's
doesn't
fine.
notice. So you've
That's fine.
you got a free mug of ale. Do you just
It's a
like
peace offering.
do you just like walk over to the guy now,
Yes.
just holding out the ale?
I feel like
He like
you look
at
thirsty.
first he doesn't notice because apparently you can clearly tell not a lot of people talk to this guy, but after a while
Mm.
he notices that someone's been standing in front of him holding out a mug of ale pointed at him. He
Just for like 20 minutes.
No, not that long, maybe like a minute,
Obviously not, but Oh yeah.
but like he very slowly points at himself.
And I nod. Nori nods.
He carefully
Take it,
takes the
please.
mug. What do you want?
Um, there was someone I wanted to talk to you about, maybe? I was hoping you knew something about this guy. I think he was in here earlier.
If it's about Era, then no, I'm not his friend, but I have talked to him.
Okay.
He's a
So I'm
weirdo. That is right. Okay. The rumors, a lot of them, I can't tell you if they're true, but those about how he is, yes, he is weird. He talks to himself all the time, mutters about what he could have done, shit like that. I don't know. It's weird. You could ask anyone to know that part, but what
okay.
exactly did you want?
No, I was just curious to know more about Era. Considering I knew nothing about him
Mm,
beforehand, obviously. Uh,
well,
um,
I know he he says he calls it experimenting. I don't know exactly what that means, but it's something he does in his cellar. He says. I never been there myself, not even in his house. Ugh, couldn't even imagine what that kind of guy would put in his fucking house. But he's
really?
tolerable when he's got 2 mugs of ale in him. All right.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. See if I can't get some ale for next time I see him. I'm hoping to meet him again at some point.
Did you see him just run off earlier? That was the Lord.
Yes.
He didn't even go out through the door. He went out through a window. It wasn't even towards anything in town. It was towards the east. That's weird. There's nothing out east. Well,
Huh.
except the mass grave.
Set
Hmm.
the mess. Oh,
Well, thanks for the
okay.
ale. Can't really
You're
tell you much
welcome. And
else.
no, that's all right. Thank you very, very much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and the ale.
You're awfully kind for a traveler.
Oh, I've had some things happen to me lately. I
Also, I
feel
didn't
like
know
I need to
goblins
return the
weren't green.
kindness.
I didn't know goblins came not green.
How did you? Wait, how did? What?
Wait, well, usually you
Technically,
half sizes are green and trying to shiv me. That's the only ones I see.
no. I'm not like your usual goblin.
Oh,
I don't know what.
oh well. You have a lovely evening. And he kind of like
You
returns
too.
his gaze to the dark corner. Now sipping a mug of ale now and then. He's smiling now though. He looks happy. He looks like he got his social interaction for the month.
See, peace offering. It works.
So, what now, Nora?
Um. Well, I got some information.
You got a little
Which is
information.
good.
You
I
want
got
me
a little
to
information
you want
about
me to help you keep a little track of some things?
about a grave.
I mean, you.
Yes,
I could
please.
suggest like
'Cause
maybe Nora. She takes her own notes. You could write a few things down.
yeah, I'm gonna go make a document real quick so I can write stuff down.
Yeah, I'll refresh your memory about it. What you just learned. Well, he's
Yeah,
definitely
I
a
shall let
weirdo.
you know. He's definitely a weirdo. He likes going out to the mass grave.
He quote
Um,
experiments in his cellar. I don't know what that means.
right? Which means he's gotta live somewhere, right? Where he's got a cellar.
Well, beneath his house, I would assume.
Oh yeah, obviously. Duh.
And then at the end, if you noticed, he saw him head east, and there's nothing out east, at least in
East of
town.
the mass grave is what the guy said.
Ah,
Yeah,
you were
like
paying
it's
attention.
so.
Good,
So
good.
I was. I'm trying my damnedest to pay attention, dude.
See,
Like
I don't want to hold your hand too hard because if there's something you miss, you miss. I
if I miss it, I miss it.
exactly.
It
Yeah,
also means
I might
you'll
do it a
be
little
hearing me
bit
type
though,
like crazy constantly.
but you don't gotta strain your head too bad. It's not like overly complicated, the whole deal.
Hmm.
And it's not like
Alrighty.
it's not like if you don't
Alrighty.
if it's not like you can't beat up the guy if you don't know everything about his history. Might just be there that something useful there.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Uh.
you just let me know where you want to go or who you want to talk to.
All right. All right. There's no more like interesting characters in this tavern, is there? Other than like Celeste that we just spoke to.
Well, if you look around, there's quite a few different people. You see some elves. That's a little odd to see in a place this cold this time of year, especially for high elves.
Huh.
Um, but you also see
How
they're
high do
sitting
they get
next to
now?
two well, they must be like half elves or something because they're definitely not full. They're definitely servants, but they're
They're
armored, so
not like fully.
they're their bodyguards,
Yeah.
and you can clearly tell they're a lower class caste. But they're sharing drinks with them and having fun as there's like the single loot player is just going crazy with their fucking loot in the middle of the room at this point. The whole tavern is actually clapping along. Um, Most people in here
Pretty
seems
good.
interested in just having a good time right now. A lot of slightly tired but
Yeah.
happy faces, and drunken laughing and singing. Um, no one's really singing that well.
Yeah, I'm not. No one ever sings that well when they're drunk, but I'm not too certain
I mean, some of these
that I should go
people,
approach someone, right, and ask for their help yet because I don't know all that much about Era just yet. You know what I mean?
some of these people could definitely be helpful in a fight, or, they look like they could, but at the same time, they're tired travelers who are definitely drunk. So I don't really know if they're the best
And
lot to
and
go around
and, and not
asking.
so much. Yeah, and not so much that, but just the whole like I don't know a whole lot about Era. I don't have a whole lot of like evidence or like proof that he does all these things. He's just like the town weirdo, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
So I can't just go up to people and ask them, "Hey, you want to fight the town weirdo?"
also, this is probably the worst tavern to be in if you want to hear about locals, because, like you've noticed, there's mostly
It's
travelers.
travelers. It's busy.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's busy
Um,
with travelers.
so
Uh,
where do you
see,
think? Hmm?
I remember the one from last time, the one with the knife guys, but I don't know if there would still be people in there other than them. You know what I mean? Like new
Well,
people
it was mostly
to
a
talk
place.
to.
It seemed like a place people mostly come to eat meals. Like
Yeah.
so there weren't really others than those two guys, and maybe there's a few that passed through for a bite to eat, but you could probably
Yeah,
ask
but other
them.
than that, it just didn't.
But at the same time, there might be some better places to be.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I can't think of any right now other than, meeting the guy, but I'm not even sure that an hour
Well, the
would have gone
agent.
by yet in world.
Well, you could try and ask someone. Um, you could see if you could like figure out where Era lived.
Yeah, no, I was actually just thinking of that as you were saying. I was like, wait, hold on. I can try and find his
Um,
house.
the Agent Kane did mention like the guard captain up at the fort, and you can in fact, if you look out a window, see a fort to the northern side on the northern side of town, where there's still lights in like the upper and the central
Ooh,
rooms. So there's clearly still
ooh, okay,
activity. Um,
okay.
you could probably figure out where Era lives if you ask someone there.
Yeah, yeah. No, that'd be a good idea.
And
I
at the
think.
same time, the agent did also mention that he'd like you to, us, the two of you, to try and get the help from the guards. That
Yeah,
seems like a
so
good idea.
two birds, one stone. I try and find out where Era lives from the guards, and also try and like get their help with dealing with the whole problem at the same time.
So that's where you want to go?
Yes, that is where I'm headed.
As you trudge
I am
through
scared.
the small town, fewer and fewer lights. Well, there's still quite. It seems like a town with a decent nightlife, but like peaceful nightlife. There
Yeah.
really doesn't seem to be a lot of crime, like at all. Um, but by the time you make it to the fortress in the other end of town, about 20 minutes have passed since you and the agent talked. It's not that far, but a bit of snow has begun falling, crunching softly beneath your feet as you enter the main hall of the guard fortress. And standing over a table with a map of the town, looking very tired, is a man wearing armor. A tall, gray haired guy with a scar going down across his face. His eyes turn to you as you come in, and he goes,
Hi, excuse me. I wanna ask you some stuff real quick if you've got the time.
You know who I am?
Well, I mean, I assume you're the guard captain.
I'm
Yes?
Captain Guard Vandor Knifemore. I'm leader of this town guard, and there's nothing for me to do. Do you understand how that feels? I've served in 3 battles. I've killed 20 men at least in each of them, and now I'm here, and there's nothing. And you come in here and tell me you want me to look at that. Why?
See, I've got a bit of a problem and I need your help.
What
Or
kind of
send
issue?
me your help. Or well, I may or may not have accidentally, has to be noted, accidentally sold something to someone I shouldn't have and not even gotten the money for it, and now I have to hunt them down. I need to know where they live, and if they're dangerous, I would love your help in like, I don't
Who,
know, fighting them or something,
who are we
if it should come
talking
to that.
about here?
Era, I believe his name was. I think
A
he's known as
vein,
the
a
town weirdo,
vein, a
yes?
vein slowly bulges out slightly on the on Captain Guard Vander Knifemaw's forehead, and his eyebrow like twitches twice, and it goes away, and then he blinks slightly slowly and goes, "Era, that
Yes.
guy.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. He lives in
No,
the
what?
lower district towards the eastern fringe of town, right around the edge of the. Well, it's towards the old mass graves. Down that way. Can't miss it. It's got. It's the only house in town with blue roof. It's weird. I don't
Hey.
know how he can afford it. He does.
Some people can afford good stuff for no reason, I think.
Well,
But
it's not
anyway,
that
thank you
nice,
very much for
honestly.
it.
It's just a cool color. I wish we got blue roof here.
I
Kind of
think it
looks
would
at
look
the
very nice on the fort.
right. He like looks up at the
Yeah,
roof.
I think the fort could do with with a blue roof.
Are you trying to sweet talk this man?
No.
Are you trying to get on this guy's good side by appealing to his likings?
A little bit.
Should I make you roll for persuasion?
You can. I'm ready on the keyboard.
Okay, give me a D8. No, a
D8. All
D12.
right.
D12.
Okay.
We'll use.
I gotta re-roll
Yeah,
again.
we use D8s for combat, so let's use D12 for
Cool.
skills for now at least.
That was a 6.
All right.
How fucked am I?
You're not fucked, but he doesn't. I'll say like you don't necessarily overly charm him or anything, but or appeal to him a lot more by like pushing it. But he doesn't notice that you're elaborately trying to appeal to his interests. So he just like nods with a small smirk on his face. Right, it would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
But not enough action for the fun.
I'm sorry?
I can only keep 3 boys on guard nowadays. It's fucking horrible. There's so little action
Really?
that the local king ain't even giving us a budget.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I might be able to help with that.
Oh,
I,
how come?
well, you see, the reason I'm looking for Era is I've heard he might be a bit of trouble.
Ye-
And I've been hired to look into him, and if anything becomes anything bad, I would love to have your help.
Well, the rumors are he's witch or an aspiring necromancer who's mad. So why exactly
Oh,
are you worried about him? From what I'm getting, he's mostly harmless and keeps to himself, except when he
see,
randomly yells at people.
he yells at people?
Well, he gets these fits when you like talk to him, and he wasn't prepared for it or something. He like bursts out. He can't really handle it or something. I don't know. Most people
Oh,
just tend to avoid him. It hasn't really been much of a problem for the past half year. He's been living here for about a year, so. But
wait, and
why would
was he a
you?
problem before the past half year?
Well, no, he usually
Other than the yelling?
he's just a little bit of a nuisance when you approach him, but from what I'm getting, if you stay out of his way, he keeps to himself, so I don't really see why he's dangerous. What exactly is happening with him?
Um, wha- hold on 1 second. I gotta try and come up with a way to convince him.
You what?
Gotta try and come up with a way to like convince him that Era's,
Well,
bad news.
he's asking, he's just asking why you're worried about him.
Yeah, and I can't really be totally honest about that. I gave him a stolen
Well, you
artifact.
don't have to tell him that you gave it to him, you know?
Oh yeah, that's right. No, it's because I have an honesty policy myself.
So,
That's right. That's right. Okay. No, I've heard that he recently came across an artifact
an
that
artifact.
might do more harm than good.
Well,
That
I
most likely
don't.
will do more harm than good.
Hold on, I'm just gonna roll this d12 really quick. No, no, that's an 11. He raises a brow. Is this something you're leaving out of that? I'm
I'm sorry, I'm
sorry,
gonna
this
need
guy
your
has a very high intuition. I had to roll.
no, and I need you to repeat that because I did not
I'm
hear what you said
sorry,
at all.
is there something you're leaving out of that? He says as he raises a brow.
Uh,
Come on, tell me the truth.
oh, fine. I may have given him the thing, and now I
Ah,
have to help fix it. And I need your help, please.
well, that's more like it. Well, I'm not fully sure if he is capable of any of the things people One day he is, but no matter what, I'm probably gonna need some proof before I can get more of my boys in on looking
Of
for
course,
him. Um,
of course.
but I can give
That.
you. Let me. I think we actually no. I can give you a key to his house. He says, and he like gets. He leaves the table and he walks over to like a large closet, which turns out to be a small room as he opens the door and he walks in, and then he just comes back out with like a battering ram, like puts it on the table in front of you with a thud. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's
I very much appreciate your help. Your help. I
it's like the
promise,
size of
if there's
you.
anything.
It's like the size of you, by the way.
How am I even gonna carry that?
He like looks at it,
It's
looks at you. Ah, I'm sure you can find another way in there.
really can. But again, thank you very much. I promise, if there is anything that actually is up and dangerous, I will bring it to you.
I'm gonna need a bit of proof before I can drag my force in here, but if
Of
you
course.
you need any more information about the town, I might be able to help you.
Oh, thank you very much. Um, just in case that your force of three guards isn't enough, do you know of any people who might be able to help as well?
Uh, well, you could look for Max Sapgood in the woods down probably around the way. I actually don't know where he'd be this time of year. You should have asked Lavender down at the small inn. She probably knows where he is. He usually comes in and eats there a couple of times a week. Uh,
Thank you.
he I'm not fully certain of how to explain it, but he casts sap good in his own words. Um,
Oh,
other than that, I suppose you should try and talk with the blacksmith or Shamwell down at the general store. They got some useful stuff for you, maybe.
thank
But
you very much.
that's most of what I can tell you for now.
That's fine. Honestly, it helped so much.
Oh, one
I
more
now
thing.
know.
One more thing.
Yes.
If you meet Era, don't ask him about his brothers.
Okay, why?
Don't ever mention anything related to siblings, brotherhood, or anything like that, because that's one of the things that sends him into the worst fits of rage, I hear. Those are the things that makes
Do
him
you,
scream at you and throw over benches and stuff. Right up messy.
do you know why, or is that just a thing that's unknown?
Never talked to the guy enough to really. I don't know. Only person I know that talks to him is Celeste, and even so, I can't imagine he even talks with him a whole lot.
Yeah, I spoke to Celeste earlier.
And let me guess, he don't talk to him too much.
You don't talk to him too much, no.
Nah, expected so. Well, see you around, innit? And
Yeah, definitely. Thank you
he
very
like
much
turns
again.
back to the table.
Sorry?
He like turns back to the table and like looks down on it. Would you like to give the table a closer look and to see what's on it?
I'm curious, yes. Well, the battering ram is still on it, though, isn't it?
Well, that was another table. A table behind him,
Oh,
but in
that was
front of
another
you.
table.
So there's like
Okay,
when you came
okay.
in, there's like a large table in like between you and him, and then there's a smaller one with a planning map that he's standing over.
Yeah.
And when you look at it, you see there's four figurines on it. One
Oh,
representing each of his available guards, and one representing him in the keep. Or that's what you're guessing
so
from what you
sad.
know. And that's all the
That's
planning
so sad.
pieces he has to move around. And he's
That's
just
such a lazy little town, though. Like, the king don't even bother giving him more money to hire more guards.
yeah, because the criminals don't bother. Or so they
The
think.
criminals don't bother inside of the town, or so they think, yeah.
Yeah, even if they did, they don't care. And he's just sitting there all day looking at his four pieces.
Right? He's just like, all right, where to move William to next?
Anyway,
Yeah.
so you're
All
heading
right.
for Era's house?
Yes, I want to head for Era's house. It's got a blue roof.
Okay, you head to the eastern part of town, and get there after another, like, 15 minutes if you add the time you took to speak with Captain Vandor. And as you come down there, you notice it is indeed a lovely one-story house with well, lovely saying a bit much. It's not that well kept. In fact, you can tell it's been about a year since someone gave a shit about the outside of the house. Um,
Oh,
but the roof
okay.
is definitely still blue and looks kind of nice.
Hmm. I do like a good, nice blue roof.
Suspiciously enough, the front door to this house is ajar, almost as if someone had left in a hurry.
Oh, wait, no, that tracks with him heading, east out of the window.
Yep.
He would have gone home. Hmm.
So he's definitely been there, maybe.
He's probably most likely been there recently too.
So, how do you approach this?
Very cautiously.
All right. You cautiously step inside and push the door open. It creaks slightly as the hinges haven't been properly cared for in a while either. And as you step in, you look around you. In the center of the primary structure of the house consists of a large room with a small fire pit in one corner. In the center of the room, there's a large round table with all kinds of papers and small tools and things just lying all over it. Most of the small tools have sharp bits on them. Um, in the corner, lots of bookshelves cover the walls, and you notice a cauldron to the side.
Ooh.
Finally, right next to the door, a small hatch leads downward. You can see that because it's left wide open, pushed against the wall, um, but it's dark where it's leading. What do you do?
Okay, I really want to go downstairs, but I still have the lantern, don't I?
You do.
Um, so I really want to go downstairs, preferably with a lit lantern.
Right. You bring out your lantern. I'd like you to roll a d4 really quick.
Right. Oh, before
Oh, that's
four.
four. Well, I'd only say it went wrong if you got like a one. But since you got a four, it turns on immediately, and it gets a
Oh,
little
nice.
like it's a little bright. It brightens up a little more than it usually would, but not
Oh,
so that it's blinding. But you can tell
oh, that's good.
it's not too far of a drop. But you still probably prefer to climb.
Yeah, I would.
You
Wait,
can
is there not a
tell.
ladder down there?
Oh yeah, there is a ladder. Did I forget to
Oh,
mention
okay.
that? Oh, you can also
I
tell
think
that he's definitely messed around with the room recently. Like he,
yeah,
even though it's already messy, you can tell it's just been messed up even more. He's grabbed a few things.
yeah. There's some stuff that's missing.
So you climb down the ladder, and when you turn around from the ladder, you're faced with a room full of, well, it's honestly a little hard to explain. First of all, there's a table with a few dead rodents on it, their organs cut out and stretched next to them, a bunch of weird plants and all kinds of tools you don't necessarily recognize, most of them seemingly homemade, all poking or prodding or, you know, drawings of things, similar things being done to other dead small creatures. He's clearly been trying to find a way to bring these things back to life, piece by piece. But
Oh dear.
but by how dead everything in this room looks, it doesn't seem like he's been too successful. But a lot of the things you're looking at are quite unpleasant. That's why I'm not gonna go into full detail unless you make me.
Yeah, I can like I'm just seeing this like super horrifying
Roll,
room in front
roll
of me.
me a d, roll me a d, roll me a d12 to see if B is terrified or shocked in any way. This is the scariest thing you have ever seen.
Ah,
You are
so scary.
you are so fucking terrified of this that you just have to get out of there. You feel like you gotta get the fuck out of here. You gotta get the guards help. You need help.
Oh
This is
no.
fucked. Oh no. Oh no.
No. Oh no. Oh, no. Do I just like then take off sprinting back to
Why
the
is
fort and
there
be like,
stuff
dude,
poking into the organs of that rat? So you like take off sprinting back to the guard.
yeah,
All right.
sprint.
You barge
You
back
need to
in, and because you sprint back, I'll say it's only been 5 minutes this time. So he turns around and it's
imagine all
been.
these like citizens that are still out and about and just seeing this happening sprint past.
Lantern
Look on
still
her
raised
face.
high. The end is nigh. The end is nigh. Some crazy lady starts yelling when they see you run past. And you hear someone yell, "Shut up!" Anyway, you barge back into the fort, and the guard captain turns back around and says, "Well, that was a little fast."
Excuse me, Captain. I believe you need to see Eris basement, please. I would not have just sprinted all the way back here if it wasn't an emergency, please.
It's, I, you sure? I even. What is it?
Uh, Dead things?
What kind
A
of?
lot of dead things?
Yeah, but that's not necessarily illegal.
And tools, weird tools. I can't even. You have to see it for yourself, please.
Okay, fine. And he like follows you back there. Um, this time it takes a little longer. So I'll say
Obviously.
you have like 15 minutes till you gotta be back at the tavern to meet with Kane. But whatever. Just keep that in
Great.
mind. So the
Yeah.
two of
I'm
you.
gonna end up having to sprint back to the tavern.
No, you can probably make it. The two of
Yeah.
you walk back there, and you do you want to go with him down there? Like as you enter the house, and he looks around at all the mess
I
in
mean,
the main room. He goes, "Well, I can see why some people would think he's a witch, but
well, I'm probably gonna have to, aren't I?
are you just like pointing at the? Are you
I'm
just
just like,
pointing at the cellar,
for
holding up their lantern
I'm, I'm, I'm just like pointing at the trapdoor with
down
like
there,
shaking hand.
down there? You first."
Yep.
He
No,
shrugs and
I'm just like pointing at the trapdoor with a shaking hand. It's over there.
he
Please,
shrugs and
I can't go down there again.
he climbed he holds out a hand to get your lantern as he's climbed halfway down the ladder.
Here you go.
He takes it and then he goes down. And you hear oh, and then you hear uh-huh. Hmm. And then you
Oh no,
hear
please.
ah. And then you hear him come back up. Yeah, now a few things make a lot of sense.
So you believe everything that I've said?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say he's a world-ending threat, but we should be worried if he does have a supposedly powerful artifact. Well, how do you even know that exactly?
Um, well, wait. Was there something that I could tell him about Kane? I don't remember.
Well, you could tell him you. Well, Kane asked you
I
to
should
talk to
probably
him, so
tell
you could
him.
just tell him about
Yeah,
Kane if
I
you
should
want.
probably tell him the the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yeah, if you want the law's help.
Yeah. All right. Well, so see, there's this guy. His name is Kane. And he initially asked me to go talk to you about this. He's kind of the reason I'm in this mess to begin with. Um,
Okay.
he's he wanted to I don't know, stop Era and whatever he's planning to do. So I was given the artifact um to sell to Era, but then Era was out of there before he stopped him. Um,
Why don't you just take me to this cane?
all right, yeah, sure. Okay,
So,
let's go then.
so the two of you walk back to the tavern, and
Yep.
truthfully enough, Kane is there as you're just about on time when you make it there, and he like
Thank the
looks,
gods.
he like looks at his small pocket watch, and he goes, a little early. Oh well, might as well make good time. He like
Well, you know.
he like looks at the captain, and the captain looks at him, and he goes, "Captain," and the captain nods at him. Ah, this is the Kane.
Yes, that's the cane.
Right.
Um,
Then this is serious business. Well,
oh.
partially. Hold on, I gotta give Knife Maw a more deep voice so we can tell them apart.
All right.
Well, this is serious then. Is that more fitting?
Yeah, sure.
Yep. Sure is more fitting. We have a wannabe necromancer on our hands, it would seem. You have no idea how Kane knows that.
I don't, do I? He never told me how he knows.
No. Well, he will now, as he goes on to say, my scouts saw him already raising the dead. And with that, Knife Maw's jaw kind of drops a little. Out by the old mass
So
grave.
does mine. What the fuck?
Haven't heard from the one who told me the first time. I sent the two others to go look for him. But if I don't hear from them either, then we have some serious trouble. So, I suggest we get as much help as we can on this. Well,
Ah,
if you want as much help as we can, then I could pull Jeff, Gary, and Bob off their posts. Would seem for the best, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. You can go do that, Knife Maw. It's Knife Maw. Yes, Knife Maw. Captain Guard Vandor Knife Maw to you. Yes, that's good. Anyway, you go do that. And Caden turns away from the captain and looks at you. And the captain like scoffs and walks back to pull his boys. You find out anything useful?
um, well, I obviously found out that, you know, Era was experimenting in a cellar, and that after I saw him at the tavern, he headed east out of town, apparently towards a mass grave.
Yeah, and
I was
that would be
going to
confirmed
go
by my
find some more
scouts
help,
then. Well, uh,
unless there's anything else you want me to do.
well, I've got to contact my own people and see if there's any more people in the area I can get here, which is a little hard. But that's what I'll be spending my time and also seeing if I can gain any more information. I'd like if you could get as many of the locals to aid us as possible. We've already got the guard, so if there's anyone of interest in the locale, maybe ask around if there's any skilled fighters or anything like that. That would be preferable.
Hey, I have a few people I can ask. Don't worry.
I've heard there might be some kind of electric wizard or something, or bushman. I don't know, tree man in the woods. He lives in the woods and he sometimes shoots lightning, I hear. Maybe ask for that guy. That sounds interesting.
Keep in mind. Now if you'll have me excused, I have a few people I need to talk to.
Me too. And when you look back, you look away, and when you look back, he's gone.
Oh, great. Ugh.
And
Oh,
then when you
snap! I
look
need to find more
to the
people.
back door, you see him slipping out, like eyeing you, and he's like, "Damn it," because you
No, I'm
spotted him.
sorry, but I can't help but snicker at that a little bit.
He's not the best at his job, clearly. Anyway,
Trying.
where do you want to go next?
I wanna go and ask Lavender about this guy living in the woods that the guard captain told me about.
Right, you return to the small inn. The two knife enthusiasts still sitting there hacking between their fingers. George and Earl still sitting there. And Lavender still making her soup. She she turns back to you as she hears the door open and smiles and waves and goes, "Oh, hello back, dearie. What can I get ya?"
Oh, well, I was hoping you may know about someone called Max Sapgood, I think the name
Ah,
was.
Mac. Sapgood. Ah, lovely chap. He comes in here and sometimes he relights the fires when they go out with his sappy sap hands. He's quite a lovely, charming fellow.
Really?
Simple man he is. Just likes living it out there in these trees and whatnot. What do you need him for?
See, I may have gotten myself into some trouble. I'm sorry, I can't divulge too much, but I may have gotten myself into some trouble, and I heard that he could help me with it.
Oh, well, around this time of year, I believe he'd be living in the eastern fringes of the woods. The ones towards the old war site, but not like lining right up next to him. I hear it's because of all the rocky terrain. There's a bunch of places you can find where you can like get out of the wind.
Okay, thank you. There's also, I don't know if this is anything that you know anything about, but I've heard about some like wizard as well
Oh,
that
that be Max
supposedly would be
Sapgood.
shooting light. That's Max.
Yeah, that
Oh,
Max
that's
Sapgood.
that's perfect.
Well, I
Oh,
don't
that's
know if it's
perfect.
his actual name, but he just calls himself Max Sapgood because that's what he does. He's called Mac and he saps good. He really does.
All right. Well,
Simple as his name. Comes in here for a bowl of soup twice a week. That's about all he does in town.
really.
Yep.
All right. Um,
Anyone
I
else you
think.
looking for?
Well, I don't really know where the blacksmith is at, and if the blacksmith is even open,
Oh,
is.
down towards the shopping district, down towards the western side of town. I believe Eric Bickhammer, the orc, his blacksmith shop should still be open, and the halfling Shamwell, his shop should also be open if you need supplies.
All right.
Those are usually the only two places that stay open most of the night.
All right. Thank you so much, Lavender.
You
I
you
really
found them in
appreciate all your
you'll
help
find them
tonight.
in the same part of town, by the way.
Oh, both of them in the same part of town.
Yeah, exactly, in the small shopping district. Well,
Oh, that's
market
good.
district, I suppose.
That's very good. That makes it so much easier. Don't have to run around everywhere.
Was that all you needed?
Yes, I believe so.
Well, I'll see you around then. You have a good
Oh yeah,
evening,
I
dearie.
I
Oh,
hope
and
so. You
good
too.
luck with
Thank you.
whatever it is you're looking for Sapgood for.
Thank you. I certainly need it. Certainly need a look. Believe me.
You can.
Anyway,
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh no, I was just going to say that I should probably go. I'm a bit busy, I think.
As you leave, you can tell that Lavender definitely has is used to not asking questions about why people are asking for stuff. So there is definitely a bunch of criminal activity in this town. Anyway, uh,
Bunch of activity the captain knows nothing about.
where you want to go?
I feel like we're still in town, so I feel like I want to go down to the market district first
Okay,
before we head out into the woods.
you head over to the market district, and truthfully enough, all the small stores and buildings seem closed and lights turned off in a lot of them, but two still have their open signs. One where a large green man stands out front hammering on some glowing steel. That's clearly the blacksmith. And the other one has a large wooden sign that reads Shamwill Shamming Good Emporium of Shamming Shamness.
Do you reckon I talk to both of them?
Yeah, sure, if you want to.
Because I really want to talk to both of them.
I don't. Why haven't I jotted down how much money you have? God damn it. Where do I have that? I
Oh
have that on a
shit.
sticky note. You have 20 gold.
I have 20 gold. Okay.
Right.
Um. Okay.
Oh fuck! I've forgotten to come up with the guard stats. Except for the
Oh
captain.
shit.
I didn't really expect you to convince him enough, but you did. So he's pulled the boys with him.
I've been extremely lucky this whole like.
Well, I'll just give them the same stats because they have the same equipment. Guards, and
Yeah.
their names were, I believe it was, one of them was called Bob, another one was Dave, and Dave, and the last one was most likely a Kyle. There we go.
I think so.
Now, how much health would they have? They probably have about that much. Yeah, that seems
I'm
fair.
like jotting everything down that could be useful information, by the way. So apparently Nori has like super memory.
Yep, and that seems fair too. Yeah. Alright, anyway. Yeah, Nori, she's just constantly taking notes. You hear
Literally.
the words of Grandpa Gobbo echoes through your mind.
Oi, always jot scribble whatever people talk say. Might need it for later, innit?
While he's munching on the
Right.
back end of a pencil.
Right? It's given her a great memory.
Exactly. I'm just occasionally, whenever I get a Grandpa Gobbo quote, I'm just gonna jut it out, just put it out there because it just comes back to Nora. She remembers Grandpa Gobbo's words.
Oh my
What if,
god, yes.
what if that's what the campaign is gonna be about? The secrets of Grandpa Gobbo's long life,
Oh my god.
the family treasure he's left behind for her. That's for
Oh my
later. That's
god.
for later.
That's for later.
Who do you
Right
want to
now,
talk to first?
I want to go talk to someone who kind of looks like me. So I kind of want to talk to the halfling.
All right, you enter Shamwelling Sham Emporium or whatever the hell it's called. You can tell it says Sham at least 3 or 4 times, but it's too dark for you to properly read it. Um.
That's fair. Wait, hold on. I just realized, did the guard captain ever give me my lantern back?
Oh yeah. Don't worry. I forgot to say, but he definitely would when he
Okay,
came
good.
back up.
I just completely forgot.
As you enter
Okay.
the room, the small building, you notice all sorts of, well, first of all, normal general store things like traveling food and small weapons like daggers and tools and stuff for putting up tents and basic cooking utensils, that kind of thing. But you also notice,
So
like,
many shiny
the
things.
closer you get to the counter, the wide counter that he's standing behind, barely, he's like resting his arms high on them and then his chin on his arms on the counter, looking a little tired. But as he notices you, he hops up on a stool and sits behind the counter and sits upright. And he goes, "Ah, welcome, stranger."
Hi. I'm not going to lie. I don't really know what I'm doing here, but I was
What are
looking for
you
some help.
buying?
Maybe. Um, I've got a lot of
Well,
shiny things in here.
here's an issue. We don't have like character sheets like in D&D, so it's a little more difficult
No.
for you to know what you have in your inventory.
Yeah.
But you do have a few things you could possibly want to sell to this guy for some more coin.
Right,
Let me look over the
right.
notes I jotted down.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah, do that.
where? No, is it this one? Okay, you got those two horns, and you got your fancy tooth necklace, but I don't imagine you're selling your tooth necklace.
A tooth necklace.
I don't think he want
I
that.
like my tooth necklace. I'm
But
sorry?
you do have the two horns.
Yeah.
He might be interested in those. Um,
I'm gonna. Do you see buy things from others?
What are you selling, stranger?
Well, see, I've got these two horns that I've picked up on my way here.
you like
I was
plop
wondering
them
if
on
you
the
could be
counter
interested in them. Yeah, just like slap.
carefully.
Like, bonk.
Minecraft item
Ba-dunk.
drop. Q. You press Q twice, and he like picks it up, looks him over.
Ah, I'll buy it for a high price.
He goes, and I'm going to. Do you want to like try and do you want to like try and persuade him to pay good for it? Like tell him a little like it's extra fancy horns from a very rare creature or something like that? Do you want to like do
I
that?
mean, it's true.
Because then I'd like you to roll, and then based on how successful your roll is, you can judge what kind of words come out of your mouth. So I'd like you to
Okay.
give me a d12 to see if you like grease the gears.
Okay.
That's a
Got a
10.
10.
That's a success. So you get. How do you grease his gears? What do you tell this guy to make him go, whoa, fancy?
Oh, let's see. What do I tell him? See, these horns, right? They came from a creature that I've never ever seen before, and I don't think anyone ever has.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you find him?
I'm sorry?
Where'd you find the creature?
I found it in the woods.
Huh,
I don't think anyone's ever encountered it before. It was like nothing I've ever seen, like a mishmash of everything. But that's where I got the
really?
horns.
I've heard
Yes.
rumors of a few mismatched creatures, but none of them with horns before. He like looks at him. Wow, they're kind of fancy. I have a buddy I could get him to turn him into something fancy to put on the wall.
Tell you what, stranger, I'll buy it at a high price.
And he
Thank you.
plops he plops 20 gold coins on the table in front of you, and he like swipes the horns and goes, "Seem fair to you?"
Oh yes, definitely.
That doubled your money.
That did. I'm happy with that.
Now, what are you buying, stranger?
And
Yeah, I guess we should probably buy something, right?
he like gestures to the racks and what are they called? The racks and shelves full of all kinds of small weird nitty bitties surrounding him. You can clearly tell he's a bit of a collector of oddities who likes to resell them to people. And he's keeping all the weirdest and most unusual right behind him by the counter. Do you want to like
Ah,
mm, what kind of things do you think Nora would be most
I think
shiny stuff would be eye catching to her, wouldn't it?
definitely, like, Nori is one of those like it it shines and shimmers under the lights. I must have it for my nest kind of
Well,
people, you know what I mean?
hmm. Okay, what do you think Nori's favorite weapon is?
Um, I feel like it would be some sort of, small weapon. Like she she ran around with that thing for a while, and we then switched out for a what was it, a short sword or something along the lines of that.
Yeah, for the slight more damage.
Yeah, but I do feel like a blade is probably best for her
Hmm.
in general.
Well, you look around, and a very shiny blade catches your eye. Parts of it
Oh,
are
goodness.
clearly made from pure silver, and other parts have well, it's not super expensive, seeing as it's silver, and the gemstones that line parts of it are very, very tiny fragments of gemstones, just to add a bit of a shimmer when the light hits it just right. But it looks very nice to you.
Oh, I'm not even sure I did do a whole lot.
Oh,
Excuse me.
you also had that weird ring, but
Weird ring.
I don't know if you'd want to sell that. It's your
What was
weird
it the
ring.
ring did again?
Well, it
Did the
was
ring do
green,
anything,
but
or
when
was
you
it
put
just
it on,
weird?
it changed color.
Oh yeah! I forgot about that ring for a second.
Yeah, because I'm not still not sure where it's going.
We'll figure it out. I don't really want to get rid of the ring just yet. It's too weird. I can't just, get rid of it without knowing what it is.
I'm just gonna roll a d4 really quick. Yeah, he's noticed you ogling at the blade, and now he's
Of
like looking
course
at
he
you,
has.
and looking at the sword, and looking at you. So, what are you buying?
I was curious as to, as to what this cost.
That? Well, he taps the 35 gold coins price tag.
Nori wants to get her hands on it.
So, how do you feel about that price? 35 gold. Do you want to do something about that? Can you do something
uh,
about that?
I'm sorry?
Or can you even do anything about it?
I don't want to push my luck, you know what I mean? I'm not the biggest fan of trying to push my luck.
Well, you do feel kind of lucky thanks to
Um,
your necklace.
that's true. That's true. I wanna see if I can't convince him to just lower the price teensy bit.
Alright, give me another d12 then.
Alright. 1 second. There we go. Plus 7.
I'll say that. Okay, what do you tell him?
Um, what do I tell him? I did not think this through.
Well, you could trade your current sword for it, maybe.
Oh yeah, that's true. I just don't know
Add
if it's gonna
that.
be better or worse.
Well, you could cut the price down and like add your sword and I don't know.
That's a good call.
Because I'll
Mr.
say,
Shopkeeper.
oh,
Hmm?
yeah.
Hmm? This sword over here that you said was 35 gold. Could you lower the price if I throw in my old sword? It's in fairly good condition, only been used once or twice, I believe.
Show here.
Alright, here you go.
He like looks it over. It's fine steel. Yeah, I'd be willing to let you cut the price a little. He like waves the blade a little bit in the air. Cut in it. Fine, say 30. And this sword. 28 and this sword.
You know what? Yes. Yes.
Right.
I'm good with that.
So you're down to 12 gold? Yeah, 12
I
gold.
have 40, so yeah.
And
I've got
now
12
you
gold.
also get a very fancy short sword.
Nice.
Which
I need to know,
has.
is it any better or is it any worse?
Well, it actually does the same amount of damage normally, but you can feel something is up with it. See,
Oh.
when you swing. Actually, no, I'm not going to tell you this till it does it.
Oh, I get
Because
to figure it out for myself.
But you can feel
Ooh.
as you hold the blade in your hand that there's something about it. There is something to it. Almost as if part of it is shifting parts of its weight in your hand on its own as you're moving it around. Because you can kind of feel like, feels a little bit like it's counterbalancing compensating for your movement to make it easier for
Mm,
you, which is a little odd. But you wouldn't say that it's enough to
that's
be directly noticeable right away, at least.
yeah, no, it's just a little like, oh, this is a bit weird. Oh well. Yeah, I thank you very much. For the sword and for buying the horns and
Oh, and
everything
as
else.
soon as you put the coins and onto the table, and he hands you the other sword, you hear him go, "Thank you."
Fuck.
No, he goes, "Ah, thank you."
I'm
Also,
gonna
this
use
is a
like raised
Resident
goblin
Evil.
too.
Also, this is a Resident Evil 4 reference.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I
yeah, I'm
had
sorry, I would
to.
never get
My
that.
my shopkeeper had to be the Resident Evil 4 shopkeeper. I love that guy.
That is good.
And I just called out the joke. It's ruined. It's epic. It's
I
brilliant.
know.
And
I'm sorry.
that's why
I'm
we're out.
sorry.
I knew you weren't gonna get it. That's why I said it, because you weren't getting it. So I said that, hey, it's actually a thing that I know you wouldn't get. That was the whole point. I knew you wouldn't get it. I knew I'd have to ruin the joke, so I ruined it. It was planned, you fool. Anyway,
No, I stepped into your trap. Ah.
um, what's next?
I think I've got everything I need here, but thank you, I guess. Oh, actually, before I go, you wouldn't happen to know of anyone that's a good fighter, would you?
Uh, no. And then suddenly the door slams in your face and you're somehow outside. The lights
Okay.
inside are now shut off.
Okay, that
But
was definitely weird, but
in fact, when you turn away, the sign that read Shamwell, or something with like Sham 4 times, it's gone. It seems like there wasn't even a store there. What?
oh,
Well,
oh,
wizards.
well,
The
hello.
blacksmith is
I'm
still
gonna,
there.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna go talk to the blacksmith because I want to talk to everyone.
You go in and you go over to the big half. Is he a half orc or full orc? I forgot. He's not. He's just an orc. You go over to the big orc who's hammering on what seems to be a piece of armor currently, beating it into shape. And he like wipes some sweat off his brow as you come closer. What do you need?
Well, see, okay, so this might be a bit weird. You wouldn't happen to know of anyone who could fight, would you? I mean,
Fight?
other than the guard captain, of course, and his guards. Yeah,
No. Well,
okay.
is there need for fighters?
Yes,
You can tell at
I'm in
the
desperate need of
word
help.
at the mention of fight, some glint goes through the back of his eyes. But then he looks down back to his work and returns to hammering. I wouldn't know much about that. What do you need? And he continues hammering.
Oh God. Okay, I am not sure what to say. Let's see. What do I need?
Do you want to like look him over closer?
Yes.
Okay, give
Yes.
me a D12. I like D12. It's a nice
Right,
die.
1d12 coming up. That's a 3.
Mm, it's a little too dark for you to see a lot, but whenever he strikes the metal, a few sparks go off, and you notice he has a few scars along his arms and chest, which is mostly exposed as he's cooling off in the cool air. It's actually kind of hot, even where you're standing from the forge. He's making an odd amount of steel for such a peaceful town when you think about it.
Huh. Okay. So that was still a whole lot of information out of like a fairly bad roll.
Yeah, you rolled to like get a really good look of him, and you didn't get too much of him, but then you
True, but
noticed your
I can draw
surroundings.
conclusions. Yeah, like I can draw conclusions. Let's see. I'm sorry, Sir Orc, blacksmith. I couldn't
Eric,
help but Eric.
Bakehammer.
Thank you.
Well, it's
You want
technically
to be called
Eric.
Mr. Bickhammer?
That works.
All right. Well, Mr. Bickhammer, see, I couldn't help but notice a few scars on you.
Uh,
And the fact that there's quite a lot of things laying around that could be used for, combat.
uh-huh.
Did something maybe happen to stop you from fighting?
No, not exactly. I just moved. I want you to give me a D8 really quick.
Right. Or
And then he rolls his own. That's a 5. Mm, I'm not too sure about just telling strangers about the past, though. You gotta give me a bit
I
of a
completely
reason for
understand.
this. You seem like there's
Um,
something going on, so speak up.
there is. See, I've been very honest tonight, but I'm in a bit of a bind. I'm in a bit of trouble, and I've had to go ask the guard captain for help.
God,
And he's agreed
Captain.
to help me. And when I asked him about, more possible help, he pointed me to you.
Hmm.
I was hoping you could help. That there might be a fight against a necromancer,
Ne-
or at the very least, a few undead.
a necromancer, you say?
Yes.
His grip on his hammer tightens a little bit. Oh, I hate undead. He hammers steel a little bit too hard, and whatever he was working on shatters partially, and then he just lets go of it. He
I'm
looks
sorry if I...
he looks you in the face, and I want you to roll me a d4.
Oh no. Do.
Well, he got a 1. He's convinced.
Okay.
Right. Seems I gotta go back into my old self a little bit. A bit of violence is needed. And he like turns around and enters the building where a lot of the heat was coming from, seemingly. Where do you want
I'm gonna
me?
just be standing outside waiting.
He like turns around and looks at you before he closes the door. Where do you want me?
I think for now, just go talk to the captain.
That works.
I have another person that I need to speak with. That I need to speak to.
That
Um,
works. He closes the door, and you start to hear a lot of things being moved around, like he's rummaging through boxes and crates. A lot of metallic things banging and clattering across the floor.
cool.
You just started something. I don't.
Yes, I'm
This
a little
actually
scared.
wasn't planned fully. This I just came up with on the spot, which is also why I gotta figure out some stats. But I wanted to do this, and you wanted this guy's help too, so it was
Yep,
perfect. Now you're gonna get Ulrich
work.
Bighammer's help.
Nice,
Uh, let's
nice.
let's
I
hope
do be loving that.
let's hope this boss of made is can handle this. How much health did I give the fucking guard captain? There it is. 35, really? Oh, I shouldn't have said that out loud, I think. Oh well.
I didn't hear anything.
Uh, well, it doesn't really matter that you know a friendly character's health, I guess.
Right.
It's more important that you don't know the bad guys. I guess.
I'm gonna laugh if he's got like 5 HP or something.
No, no, no. I'm not making it as big as the guard captain's because he's not gonna be wearing that much armor. He's gonna be a little more berserker like. You get me?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But I gotta figure out some stats for his weapon really quick.
I love how
What?
we're just figuring this out on the
Uh,
go.
oh wait, no. His name is Big Hammer. He'd be wielding a great hammer.
Oh my god,
Like
yes.
obviously. And seeing as great hammers are meant for blunt damage, I'd say crushing and destroying. I'd say his ability should be like a wide sweep that has the potential to hit multiple enemy characters, but also, if he fucks up a roll, friendly ones. That seems nah, that's a little nah. Himself. That's balanced.
He's gonna like pull his shoulder if he fucks up a roll.
Because I've got the
Oh,
guard
muscle.
captain's thing to be like he has to be like the 75% of the highest dice value to hit his target if it's a small enemy because he's got a big sword, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like using a great hammer you'd be swinging it more widely. So I guess not. Why am I talking about this on the podcast?
Because you're figuring it out on the go.
Sword
You didn't
plus
count on this.
no, no. Can head up to two enemies at once? Question mark. Um, let's say it depends on how close they're standing to each other, because then the damage would still be 4. Right, that
Right.
works. That works. Anyway, so where do you want to go now?
I want to find the nearest exit and head out into the eastern part of the woods to find Max.
Mac Sapgood. Mac
Yeah,
Sapgood.
Max Sapgood.
Okay, you go out into the eastern part of the woods, and truthfully enough, the terrain is quite rocky. There's a bunch of small crevices and stuff where you could easily slip in and sleep decently, covered from the hidden from the wind for the night. So it does seem like a place he'd like to be in this windy part of year. And after a few moments, you see a glitter of lightning going across the sky, coming from somewhere between the trees ahead of you. Picking up speed, you see a man sitting in ragged blue robes. Well, they're pretty muddy and gray by age and wear and tear, but they have a dimmish blue hint to them, and something that looks like lightning on the back of it. He's holding a large staff that mostly just looks like a random stick he picked up, but it seems sturdy. And he somehow turns and faces you as soon as you step within a certain distance, seemingly having heard you already.
Excuse me. Hi, hello. Are you Mr. Sapgood?
Mak Subgood, local woodman, cast sub magic good. You need
I heard you did.
sub. You got Mak
Um,
Subgood, good sub.
I would love your help, Mr. Sapgood. Um, I'm in a bit
What
of
you need
trouble
help
against
with?
some. Well, I'm in a bit of trouble against someone dead.
Mm,
Kind of got roped into a situation I didn't want to get roped into, and
bad
I
sub.
was wondering if I could get your help.
Undead, bad sub. No good. Need to be dealt with. Hmm. You right. On good track. Sub good help.
Really? Thank
Where,
you.
where you need sub good.
Um, the fort in the city where the guard captain is?
Hmm.
I would love it if you would go there. I'm gonna go there myself.
Okay. And with that, Max Sapgood gets up and begins slowly walking towards town, disappearing between the trees. As he isn't walking on the road like you, he just walks.
He just like walks.
Yeah, but you assume he
I love
must
this
know what
guy.
he's doing because he's a woodman, you know. He lives here.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, fair.
So
Right. I think.
that was
Hmm?
surprisingly easy.
Yeah, I didn't have to do much convincing like I did with the orc or with the fucking captain of the.
No, Maksapkud understands the bad sap must be dealt with, as he put it.
Bad sap
Like,
must be dealt with.
exactly. He calls all sap
Oh,
magic,
that.
clearly.
Yeah.
So do you head back to the guard's place?
Yes. I think it's high time I start heading back there.
Right. You get back there, and as you enter, you notice. Well, first of all, Agent Kane is there, standing over the map with the captain, looking down at the now heavily There's the four original pieces, and then they've improvised with like two chess pieces and a flat rock and a die they've used to represent more people, and then they also see you come in, and then they like then they rummage around, then they like both expectantly turn and look towards the three guards you've noticed sitting around the large table, you know, the one that you were facing, and they all three
Yeah.
just like scramble over to the side room, and you can hear them looking around before they each come out with something that could be used to represent you on the map, and then like the two Kane and the captain like look at each other and then look at their three things, and then they like each both of them like point at the same one, and they like put that one on the map, and the two others go put the other two things away.
Oh my god.
Other than that, you notice Max Apgood sitting. Well, he's just sitting on the floor actually, with
I
his
like
legs
him.
crossed and his staff held in his hands, like on his lap, just sitting there calmly. And you
I
notice
like him.
Ulrich Bighammer sitting on two chairs with a large hammer on his lap, looking very, very angry at the sheer thought of undead.
Oh my god.
But it seems. Oh, and the three guards, they are very average people in chainmail with slight, tiny bits of reinforced plating and swords. They're just three dudes: Bob, Dale, Dave, and Kyle.
Oh, I kind of feel bad for those those
The
guys.
cannon fodder. anyway,
Oh,
um,
by the. Hmm?
anyway, Agent Kane, he kind of nods as he sees you coming in. He seems pleased with what you've managed to do here.
Crown shop.
Didn't quite expect you to get us this much help.
Well, you know, bit of luck and honesty goes a long way.
I haven't heard from my scouts at all. Not the two I sent after either. So either they're lying in wait or they're dead. We'll find
I'm
out when we get
sorry to
there.
hear that if they're dead.
Oh well, I don't really know them personally. We just worked for the Lord. That's how it be.
Still, though,
Yeah, it's not really
deaths are
good
never
news
fun.
for us if they are.
No,
That's
that's
true.
very true.
Should we remove the pieces from the board then? The captain says, looking at the pieces. There's like two pieces out on the edges of where the one that you guess must be representing Era because it's a black chess piece. Um, he like looks at those two pieces, and then Kane he like slowly pushes them off the table, the two pieces, and then he looks back to you. Um, I see you've gotten us a wizard. Is he a wizard? The guy on the floor?
It's Max up. He's
Max Abgud, he corrects you.
I did say Max Sapgood.
Max up good. He will. And then the guard captain says, "Yeah, he does that sometimes. He feels like the only
Uh,
true way of pronouncing his name is saying it exactly the way I say it." He finishes. Yeah, and that's why he lives in the woods. The captain mumbles. Orc is too
nice.
pissed to join the conversation.
Fair enough.
One of the guards, the one with the name tag that says Kyle, is in fact looking very afraid of the orc. Yes, they're wearing name tags. I'm forcing you to remember their names.
It is Bob, Kyle, and Dave.
I have them written down as Bob, Dave, and Kyle. But yes,
Oh, yeah.
order
So it's
doesn't
Bob,
matter.
Dave, and Kyle. Sorry.
Exactly. It's very important. That's the order they stand in. It's Bob, Dave, and then Kyle. Never Bob, Kyle, and
Dave
then
and
Dave.
Kyle.
Like, imagine how you'd make Dave feel if you did that.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, Dave.
It's all he has being mentioned before Kyle. Like, who wants to be mentioned after Kyle? Like, come on, it's
Right?
Kyle. Insert
All
sad
Kyles
music.
are bad. No,
Well,
um, should we, I don't know, devise a strategy to get this over with?
we
I don't really
should
do a whole lot of strategizing, but
we should
there should be some
perhaps
kind of plan, yeah?
discuss an approach at least.
Right, yeah.
If we just run in there, if we send someone in and try and talk to him first, if we sneak in there, what do we do? What's
Why
the
are you
idea?
asking me?
Well, he's not asking you. He just set that out in the
Oh,
room,
fair enough.
and
Oh yeah, it
uh,
was a rhtorical question.
Dave puts Dave, Bob, and Kyle. All three just put their hands in the air at the same time. Dave going ooh 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 ooh,
Each
and
one of them's going, pick me, pick me,
the
pick me!
guard captain, he just looks at the map thoughtfully. Maxapgood goes, "Why do we not just walk? Go there, do thing." The orc nods and points at him and goes, he's on the right track. While the three guards just each are going, ooh, 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 and Kane is just staring at them. He's not saying a thing, he's not moving, he's just got his hands folded in front of his mouth, just staring at them as they each go, ooh, pick me, come on, ooh, ooh, holding their hands in the air. Well, Dave
You
is the
know,
only one doing that.
I don't disagree with Max Good and Ulrich.
Yeah, but that's not
They have the
really.
right idea.
It's not
Just
really
go
a
there.
plan. Finishes the captain. It is idea. Max Upgood adds in defense.
I mean, any kind of idea, I guess, is better than no idea at all. Isn't it better if we all just go there and then, I don't know, see what happens? I mean, so far, everything that I've done has just been, been improvisation.
So we're not going to try and sneak in there or split up. We're all just gonna walk in there together as a big group. Eric says. No, not Eric. Kane says.
I've been up against the necromancer before, so
Well, it is just
excuse
Era.
me.
The Eric, the orc, his brow furrows more. Era, that little scrawn. Is that the one who's bringing back the dead?
Yes.
Alright, then we are just walking in there.
Oh my god. Why
See?
do I feel like
He
he's gonna
understands.
like take off? Why do I feel like they're just gonna like take off before we even get there?
Well, I'd normally suggest we sneak in there, Agent Kane finally says. But a group we have assembled here isn't quite, shall we say, the stealthiest by the looks of it. So maybe it's best we don't even try that. But then the question remains, what do we do? Do we rush him? or what? Do we approach? Maksab could say walk, work. Is it because you
No,
don't know
I'm
how to run?
sorry.
No.
Huh?
It's because you don't know how to run, Maksab good. No. Hmm. What are your thoughts, Nora?
It's Nori,
Excuse me,
and
Nori.
thank you. And I am about to be so fed up with all of this business. It's to be over. So we all agree we go up there and then do what we do best, I suppose. I mean, we've got someone who absolutely hates the undead. We've got a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
We've got, hopefully what's well-trained guards who are very eager to speak.
I say we
It's
charge
one at
him,
a time.
and I say we do that, and we do it fast, and I think we should do what the wizard says. Wizards are smart, and that's all they had to say. Now their arms
Oh
are
my
taken
god.
down. They all look very satisfied. And I like the guard captain. His furrows on his brow just gets deeper as he just looks somehow sinks more into the table, looking deeper into the map.
Can I just go out and grab some air and then instead of grabbing air, just go?
Well, yeah, you could. Well,
Like, wait for how long it's gonna take them to notice I'm gone?
so what do we say? When do we strike? Now? Within the hour? Are we ready?
I mean, I'm as ready as can be.
Well,
I assume the others are as well.
I have a few.
Captain, are your guards?
I have a few things up my sleeves. The guards are all assembled. We have a wizard and an unexpected aid. I suppose it's as good as it gets.
Don't
You
think that it can get any better.
you armed?
Yeah,
Oh, that's all
why
we
wouldn't
need
I
then.
be?
Right. He claps. Let's head off. The orc and
Okay.
Subgood are already on their feet. And the three guards are looking like road trip, road trip, road trip. That
Oh my
kind of
god,
looking, that kind of attitude.
Bob, Dave, and Kyle.
Dave, Kyle, and Dave. No, Bob, Dave, and Kyle. We forgot Bob.
No, I said I love Bob, Dave, and Kyle.
Oh my god, I didn't hear you say Bob. No.
Oh my god.
What have I done?
You're giving me shit for something I didn't do.
I was about to, but now I'm giving myself shit for giving you shit for nothing. Ah!
It's fine. It's fine. Let's just keep going.
My stream manager hasn't been working. Oh god, no. Has it been frozen? Has there been chat going on this whole time and I just haven't been able to see it because it's been frozen? Because it's been stuck at the 1 hour mark for a bit now.
No. Oh no.
Yeah, it's almost 2 hours, so it's been stuck at that mark for 43 minutes. Oh well.
Oh shit.
Anyway, so
All my hard work for nothing.
you guys are heading off to the mass grave. And
Yes, finally.
as you make it out of town, past Era's house, and out towards and what used to be a field, the crops now gray and dead, covered in thin layers of snow and ice. Few blades and even remains of humans still sticking up out of the ground, even more appearing the further you go. Clearly, this used to be a battlefield. And
What's happened here?
ahead of you, standing atop a mound, is Era, holding the purple cube of power you gave him. The arm that's holding the cube itself slowly, it's clearly smaller than the other arm. almost withered a little bit like a raisin, the glowing purple, purple going across the veins, holding the arm, throbbing every now and then, and seemingly shrinking as the power in the cube grows. A dim purple light filling his eyes as well as he notices you coming closer.
Yeah.
They want to stop it. There's no stopping it. He yells through the fucking purple lightning. Max Sapgut does not look like he's enjoying what he's looking at.
Neither does Nori. She's like, yes.
Do you want to talk to him a bit before you fight, or do you want to just like draw your weapons, or what? What do you do?
Try and talk to him.
Like what's your reaction to this? That was just
Could you
me
imagine
setting
if...
the scene, you know.
Oh yeah. Um, what's it called? Obviously a little bit scared, freaked out, but fairly well as calm as she can muster. You Era, what's going on here? What are you doing? What are you planning?
That was not always my name, but I intend to make a new one, so that is why that is my name. And today the time is here. I can bring them back. They all laughed. They all didn't believe. They told me I was crazy for even wanting to try. But look at me now. Look at me.
And he tries to cast a spell. I'm gonna roll a d6 here
Oh no.
to see if it works. As the cube glows and more purple energy juts from it. It actually worked. It got the spell I wanted. Holy shit.
Oh wow. Oh no.
The cube fills with energy, and his arm seemingly shrinks and shrivels a little bit more, the muscle mass deteriorating before your very eyes slightly, as the cube seemingly has to draw some of his very life to be used. Oh no, he got the max amount. And that's a number 3, and that's a number 1, and that's a 4, and that's a 1. So, surrounding him, 4 sets of arms burst from the pile of dirt and snow he's standing atop. 2 skeletons with a purple glow in their eyes gather themselves, joined by an armored and a barely a slightly, well, it's kind of falling apart, but 2 zombies and 2 skeletons. One zombie, which is armored, and the other one is falling apart, slowly burst from the ground beneath him and slowly start staggering towards you. See, they're back. It's my friends. It's all of them. They're still here. It worked. Now I'll show you. I'll show you all. He yells as he holds the cube out towards you. And now, combat has begun.
Okay.
Okay. So, we got... Okay, I'd like you to roll... Should we do initiatives?
I don't understand what initiatives are.
Well, it's kind of like, instead of me rolling a random dice to see if a random person does something, it's kind of like, initiatives are, let's not use initiatives. If we wanted to use initiatives, we'd play D&D. Fuck it, we're not playing D&D. Let's
That's true.
see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 4, that's 15. Well, okay, better idea. If I remove 3 of those... No, I turn those into 1. Okay, so instead of 15, it's 13. That doesn't exactly work.
Okay, let's turn. Wait, no, I'm cutting down 4. Cutting down 4 and 3, so I'm turning those into 2. That's from 7 to 2, so that's 5. Instead of 5, it's 2. Wait, what? No, instead of 7, it's 2. What am I doing? I'm trying to math this too hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then there's you. Okay, there's the orc, there's you, there's Era. There'll be his skeletons, there'll be the guards, there's the guard captain, and there's the agent. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. I'll roll a d8, and if it gets a 0, then I'll re-roll it.
Okay.
So I'm rolling a d8 to see. That's a number 5. Okay, here's an idea. You roll a. You roll me a d8.
7.
7, right. So you'll be. Ah, god damn it. No, let's actually just figure out some initiatives. Okay, so that just means I gotta roll some. I'll do that in roll 20 so you can see them too. So I'm gonna roll for. This'll be the agents. Roll 1d20. This'll be the agents. Oh, fuck. There we go. That's the agent. Then there's Era. R1d20. Oh, shit. This will be the undead. Fuck. What are these rolls? This will be the orc. Wait, no. Oh, fucking. Damn it. This will be the orc. So, agent, Era, undead, orc. I'll just write it down in the. Maybe I should add that to the fucking notes now. Okay, so currently it's. Could you roll a d20? Oh god, you got a 2. Currently you're at the bottom. This is the guards. They're slightly faster than you. This will be Max Sapgood. And this will be the guard captain. That should be everyone.
Okay.
You know
Can't
what?
believe it
No,
got a
that's
fucking
stupid.
2.
That's stupid. Why don't we do like I roll a d4, you say odd or even to see which side gets to act, and then you decide which one of your companions or you'd like to do something, and then if it's the other side, I decide if it's Era or his undead.
Okay.
That makes more sense. That's simplifying it.
Yeah.
Alright, so odd or even?
I am going to go for odd.
Well, that's even. And I'll say, since Era he summoned the undead, this'll be them approaching and coming in to attack you guys. The 2 skeletons each come in with a weak attack towards you. Let me find the dice I gotta roll. And my
Oh
fucking
no.
notes. Don't worry, they're pretty weak. Where the fuck did I put them? There I put them. Okay, 1d6. It's a 4. Give me a d6 too. Well, it doesn't hit. And the second one, God gets a 2. Give me another one. Well, neither of the skeletons hit you. Now I'm gonna see if the... Ah, screw it. I'm not gonna let the zombies move too. Let's roll again. That's odd. So, who gets to do something?
Um, I kind of want Eric to do something good. To do something.
Eric, you want to see what he does?
Yeah.
Ow,
I
ow.
want to see what the orc does.
Well, the orc has a very big hammer.
Exactly.
Oh, hold on, I messed up my headphones. And the orc sees this guy raising the dead, and he doesn't like that. In fact, he is furious at the sight of that. He comes fucking charging in towards the group of zombies and skeletons and swings his hammer in a wide arc, trying to hit as many as of them as possible. Let's see. That's 7, so I'll say that does hit. And let's see if well, they're zombies. I'm not gonna roll for dodge. Zombies don't dodge. The skeletons
Zombies are stupid.
the skeletons instantly crumble over, apparently not taking too much force. The hammer easily continuing on its swing through the air as it slams into the two zombies. Let me just look at their health really quick. Yeah, he actually just killed both of the skeletons and one of the zombies. Wait. No, no. Both the zombies are still up. Barely.
Okay.
Um, let's roll again. It's odd again. So it's your side again. What are you up to?
Um, I want to go in for a blow on one of the zombies.
Um,
I want Nori to like, I don't know, try and like
so
stab one of them.
so the one that was kind of falling apart is it clearly didn't like being hit, and it's not looking too great. And the other one, the one that was wearing the armor, still looks like it can take a few hits.
I'm gonna go for the one that's not looking too great.
All right, you going for
See if I
that
can't
one?
get that one. Yeah.
I'm gonna need to see a D8 from you.
7.
7. Well, that hits. You deal 5 damage to it, but it's just barely keeping it together. Wait a minute, hold on. Did I look at the Eric Rock hammers? Does it deal 5? No, it deals. Sadly, I set his thing to 4, and he dealt it 4 damage, and you dealt it 5, and it has 10 health. So
Oh,
it's.
really?
Yeah, it's just barely staying alive.
Okay.
Well, that's
Okay.
another odd number. I'll say Agent Kane isn't going to wait for you to tell him what to do.
Yeah, no, he's
He
just gonna like.
he's on the move, and he pulls out his rapier, which he's aptly named Deadly Precision. Um, uh, four, and he moves in to attack the armored undead as they're still blocking the way, standing between you and Era, who can't quite seem
Okay.
to make the cube do anything at the moment. And let's see, what do I gotta roll for him? Okay, a D8 also. That's a 7. And his special thing with his weapon is that he crits on the second highest number as well. So he gets a crit. Uh, let's roll the crit. It's a 2, so 2 extra damage. So he deals it 6 damage. He dealt it 6 damage, and it already taken 4. Right. Yeah. It's odd again.
It's odd again.
Yep.
Um. Okay. So you got a zombie that's like on 1 health.
And you got another one that's also been kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Like the armored
Oh
one
my
is
god.
not looking too good by now. It's starting to fall apart.
But the armored one is in my way. Yes.
And the unarmored one is basically already crumbling. It's barely being held together, but whatever purple energy is flowing through them from the cube.
Okay. Um. Let's see. Let's see. What do I want to do? What would be good in this situation?
Well, you have your fancy sword, and you have 3 daggers.
That's true.
And you might be able to scrounge through your pockets if you really want to pull a luck roll out of your ass.
Would it be would it be possible to no?
Would it possible to what? I want to hear it.
To like I don't know, like knock the cube out of his hand with a dagger or something?
You
No,
could
I can't throw
try.
one straight enough.
I'm
Mm,
not sure if if that's the kind of thing that a magical cursed artifact would do, but you might
right?
do
No.
something with hitting it with a weapon. You might do something. I'll let you be the judge
You know
on
what?
whether or not you want to do that.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's try it. If I die, I die.
All right. Roll me 1d6.
Or
I'll say it's really hard to hit it, so I need you to get a 5 or a 6 to do it, at least.
okay.
So your dagger
Okay.
misses and like flies past him, and you hear it into the ice and snow somewhere behind him.
Oh shit! I'm down a dagger. Okay.
It's odd
It's fine.
again.
It's odd. Oh my god, I am lucky. All right.
Well, Max Sapkut and the guards still haven't done anything.
Yeah. No. I was thinking probably get Mac to do some kind of like wizardry thingy-majig. I don't know what that would be though, because you're the one with all of his stuff.
You could yell at him, go, "Hey Mac, do something."
You know what? Mac, do something, please. I need to get past.
He like smacks the palms of his hands together and starts rubbing them really fast and goes, "Will do," holding his staff in between his over and underarm to like not lose it while he's rubbing his palms together.
Oh, this guy.
Let's find his spells. He's going to cast Spark. And let me roll a d4. That's 3. So he does it really fast, and like 3 separate juts of lightning starts to like form and twist around his hands as he slowly moves them apart. And then I gotta roll. Yes. So the first one hits, second one doesn't, and the third one doesn't. So the first one, it only does 1 damage, the only one of them that hit. So I'll say he kills the zombie that was barely keeping itself together. He like finishes it
That's
off
good.
because his
That's
magic
good.
kind of flopped and missed. Two
At least
two
hit
small
something.
sparks of electricity jut out from his hand and like hit the air surrounding the zombies, and the final one just hits the crumbling one and finishes it off. Like it vanishes in a purple fire as it's overwhelmed by whatever energy was inside of it. Sup, good.
Thank you.
And now let's see which side. Oh, that's even. Era is going to cast a spell. Oh, none of you will.
It's fine.
None of you will stop me. I've worked too long for this.
I don't even know what it is you're trying to do.
Oh no, he got. Oh, he 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 like holds the cube high as it starts glowing really brightly. Yes,
Oh no.
yes, he yells. Let me roll a d10. Oh, that's only a 1. So it doesn't glow too bright. It seems like it kind of flops over in what he's doing. No! But because it's so weak, it's really easy for him to aim, so he directs it straight at, I'd say one of the... I'd say you, because you've been kind of a... You tried to hit his cube, so he shoots you and deals you 2 damage as he yells, "Be gone!" And a bolt of purple lightning shoots out from the cube and strikes you. It doesn't even hurt nearly as much as you thought it would, though. and
I'm gonna just be
you
like, ah.
and you take 2 damage. So that brings you down to 18. That was basically the smallest amount of damage that could have done. He could have dealt you half your health in one go, but he didn't. Damn it.
Oh my god.
You got lucky. Well,
I got very
that's even, so that's him again. And he casts. Ooh. Doop.
Oh no.
That's 3. All around you, 3. He yells 2 arms, and 3 weapons get like filled by the purple energy that leaks from the cube. Spectral hands, seeming skeletal like ghostly hands grasp these weapons, 3 of them in total, and like come for your group from 3 different angles, each performing an attack. I'd say they're probably going for uh, okay, yes. So they do 3 damage if they hit. I just gotta roll a d8. And the first one is a miss. Second one is a miss. They all miss. So 3 weapons just come flying at you and miss before the hand
They just go like.
yeah, before the spectral hand wielding them vanish and they just thud back to the ground. I am war, he yells proudly as he holds the cube, not seeming to notice that he failed twice, nearly. That's even again, I'm sorry. He tries
Oh my
again.
god.
He tries the 2-arm spell again. 1 weapon
Oh,
this
excuse me.
time. It misses too.
Not very lucky, is he?
Wait a minute, have I forgot to read part? No, it is really just roll a d8. Alright, let's see who gets to go. That's you guys.
Okay, I want to put the guards to work.
Well, guard captain, he points his sword. He points his sword at the he pulls his bastard sword and points it at the undead. Defense, engage! He yells proudly in a sudden stoic voice. The 3 guards, they kind of awkwardly draw their own swords and also go towards the undead. Let me find. Where did I put their stats? I put them at the top. There they are. Now let's roll for each of them. That's a 7. The first one hits. Second one misses, and the third one that also hits. So they actually kill the last zombie, the armored one.
Oh my god, yes.
They actually manage. The first sword swing is deflected by a part of its armor, and the second 2 get in, and the final blow cuts its head off. And with that, the purple energy leaves its corpse. And you guys get another go.
I want someone to go after Era.
Well, I suppose the only one who hasn't really done anything on your side yet is Knife Maw. So I'd say he could charge
Right?
up.
Yeah. Yeah. He gets his turn.
His boys
He
took
get his
care of
turn
his
now.
guard, so now here he comes.
Here he comes. He must be proud of his boys.
He is, as he runs past them towards Era and gets within a certain closeness. I'm gonna have to roll a. I have to roll 1d6. No, wait. Yes. I gotta roll 1d6. Okay, that succeeds. So he doesn't even seem to notice whatever happened. And now let's roll to see if his attack hits. Come on, Captain Guard Vandor Knife Maul. What do you got? Oh shit, he's a D12. And he misses. He has a big sword.
No!
He like
There.
swings too wide. He had a little bit too much momentum and kind of like it's a little hard to even get close to Era, seeing as he's sitting on top of kind of a steep pile of what you probably suspect is corpses and dirt and snow. Um,
Yay!
so it's a little hard to get a proper swing in on him. But your side gets another go.
Okay, um I say we go back to the beginning and the orc gets his turn again, Eric.
Right. Eric charges up towards Era and swings his great hammer. Success. He deals him 4 damage. Wait, no, I forgot to do a roll. Oh no. As the orc charges up to Era, something changes in his eyes as he gets as he gets within swinging distance of the wannabe necromancer. Something in his eyes changes as a brief flicker of purple goes through them. It was very brief
No.
and very clearly just something reaching out to him. But whatever it was enough to stop him in his tracks as he kind
No.
of seemed to forget what he was doing for a moment.
No. No.
You'll
No.
see
No.
what that was if you ever go into hit era. Wait a minute, did I have to roll another die after the 6? Oh my god, did I? Oh my god, did I forget another die? Did he still get to swing maybe? Yeah, I forgot to roll a d4 for it. But it still failed. Oh well. No, it actually no, he still gets to do it. It's only if I get the 4 on the d4. So if you get a 6 or 5 and then a 4 on a d4, your action gets cancelled.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna tell you why, but if you do something and it does it, I'll let you know why. He misses his
Oh my
swing anyway.
god.
Wait, no, I already rolled it and it hit, so I'll say he hits because we've gone through a rush of emotions of me messing through my rules here. He hits. Era takes 4 damage, which let's see, where is his fucking health bar? Where's your fucking health? There it is. Oh
Oh
wow. I
no.
forgot I gave him that much health.
Oh no.
Oh well, you guys can manage.
What?
You guys can manage. Let's see who gets to go. It's odd. It's you guys. It's the good guys.
Okay, okay. Well, as I said, I'm gonna continue with the whatchamacallit. So I guess I'm the next in line. At
If
some
you
point that's
want.
gonna become predictable for Era, isn't it?
I mean, he can't really control what he does with his cube. He can just go cube, and then the cube does its thing. So,
That's very true.
but
That's
then
very
again,
true.
it might fuck you or not.
Yeah,
That's the beauty of it. So what do you
but
want to do?
I was part of the problem. So, um,
He hasn't gotten any undead at the moment. He's currently alone.
right, like I can get him. Can I throw another knife and aim it at his head instead of the cube?
Yeah, sure. Give me a d6 for a knife.
Yep, that's a D6 for knife.
And
That's a
that's a
1.
1. I'll say as you go to throw the knife, you kind of drop it, and it like hits you kind of like drop it, and it like slits right down your own fingers as it goes down, and you take 1
Ouch!
damage from oof, and you can't seem to find the knife afterwards.
The knife is gone.
You're down to 1
Okay.
knife at the moment.
Yep, I'm down to 1 knife.
Sometimes the
Oh,
rolls don't
okay.
help.
Huh?
Good news though, it's odd again.
Okay. Okay. Guard captain. He's still
He
fairly close to Era, I think.
Indeed. And he will
His turn.
swing his sword again. Let me roll for the cube's ability first to see if he even gets to do it. That's a 3, so he's good. Let me roll a d12. That's an 8, so he hits. What I put his damage? There we are. 6 damage. So the blade just fucking slashes across Era's chest, who lets out a bit of a screech in pain, but whatever is sucking the life from him also seems to be granting him some kind of unnatural power, keeping him alive. As the steel is cutting and splitting through his flesh, you see part of it already mending together.
Gotta go for the cube! Either that or cut his arm off!
Maybe. Let's see who gets to go. That's you guys again. Poor Era.
Hey, Mac?
Okay, Max
Is that
Sapwood.
something you can do?
Let's see. He's gonna cast his spell. He's gonna go for the same spell again and see if he can do a little bit better. Well, that's only 1 spark. And it hits! For 3 damage.
Nice.
So he shoots, he does the hand rubbing thing again, but this time only 1 spark fires out from his hands and hits Era for 3 damage. Era's already taken a little bit of a beating, but he's clearly far from out of the fight. Whatever is going on with the cube, it is keeping him alive.
Yo, we need to get that cube. We need to kill the cube.
It is you guys again. Holy shit, you get a lot of stuff to do.
It's because of the tooth necklace.
Yes.
It's giving me luck.
But if you're not careful, I'm gonna switch it up to a D6 because I feel like a D4 for this is a little too much.
I know. I want to go for the 3 guards. I want them to see if they can, like, I don't know, do something to get the cube out of the hand or something.
Right. They all 3
I don't know.
run into the cube's field of influence and have to.
Oh my gosh.
The first one is good. Second one is good. The third one is not good. Is he? He is. Okay, why did I make it? Actually, I'm just gonna remove the second part of that rule because it's already kind of rare for the first part of the rule to happen. So yeah. Wait, no. Okay, yeah, so one of them, like, freezes in place right as he gets close to, Era, and the 2 others each go for an attack with their swords. Miss, and he hits. He got a crit. So he deals 6 damage, I think? Yes, 6 damage. He deals 6 damage. So one of them hit. Oh, it's Era's turn, and he...
Oh shit.
Number 2. Oh no. He yells, "Be
no.
gone!" As the cube glows. Oh, that's a 6. Oh, that's a 9. So, the cube glows brighter and brighter as his arms, as the whole left side of his body, you know, the arm he's holding the cube with, slowly shrivels even more. A burst of purple energy, similar to the one that hit you, flies out and utterly deletes one of the guards. Like, it hits him.
On paper, Kyle.
Oh wait, no, they have more health than that. They're good.
Oh my god.
they take 7 damage. They're still okay. They're still good. But Kyle,
Kyle.
Dave is looking very fucked.
They need stuff. Can we try?
Dave is like half dead now.
Okay.
And let's see who gets to do something. That's Era again. Oof. That's number 3. So let's see. 1d4. That's 3, and another one. Well, that's a number 3. That's a number 1. And that's a number 4. So a skeleton, a weak, and an armored zombie burst up from the ground between the group and Era, pushing you back once more, or at least aiming to, with their crude and rusted weapons and glowing eyes staring towards you, arms stretched forward. Each the armored zombie mutters the words
You would not have said that if that wasn't recorded.
Rise! Rise! Era yells from atop his pile. That's a 1, so that is you guys.
Hold on. I am noting stuff. Because there is something you would not have said if it wasn't on it for.
Oh. Oh, she's
Oh,
paying attention.
oh,
Oh my.
oh, I'm paying attention. Okay. Um, can someone be be a distraction, maybe?
Well, it's funny you should think about that, because I've actually got an extra little thing on on a certain agent's ability sheet.
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, could Kane like distract
He
one
got a 2, so 2 of his scouts are still alive.
of?
And let me roll a d6 for each of them. That's a 6. And that's a 2. Let's roll crit damage for that 6. That's a 4. That's a maximum crit. One of the armored zombie, a fucking crossbow bolt flies through the air and just pierces through its skull. The body immediately falling and slumping over to the ground. The purple
Oh my
energy
goodness.
leaving it as it disintegrates. Well, seems like my backups arrived, Kane says, eyeing the tree line where nothing has revealed itself. Another crossbow bolt also flew through the air but missed its target.
Oh,
Might not have been as noticeable.
but you know what? Nori's gonna answer with, "That took him long enough."
Also, it's the good guys again.
It's the good guy again. Okay. Now.
Maybe I should put on some dramatic background music.
Yes, that could be awesome.
Well, I don't know if I can put on something that you can hear.
I know, but that's fine. It would
I
be
could
awesome
just
for
give
the
you a
listeners.
link to the music.
That's true.
Yeah, but
That's very true.
I can't just put on any music, you know. I can put on the music that Tricky lets me use.
Yeah.
Oh shit, right, a lot of it got fucking removed. Right, because it got copyrighted. Shit. That means I gotta add all the new the re-uploads to the playlist, right? Or I could just go
Shit.
or I could just go to his playlist. Yeah, I'll just use his playlist. I don't feel like making one. At least not right now. Just gotta find that, because I feel like we need a little bit of background music.
Oh yeah.
I think he put it in
By the
music.
way, I had a friend
Yeah.
who was who I quickly asked, like, hey, where'd the others go while we were fighting Era, you know? And then I was like, hey, you want a link to this? It's great fun. You want to listen to it? And he was like, yes. And I was listening to it.
Oh god, I don't know if that's gonna work out.
What, the music or the friend listening?
No, the music, because you're on the same recording as the music, so I don't know
Yeah.
if it's gonna
No,
be
like,
too loud. Well, okay, chat, let me know if the music is messing up with B's audio.
yeah, that's a good idea.
In fact, let me know if it's been fucked this whole episode, because I feel like it might have been. Doesn't seem so from my end. Oh well.
Not from mine either.
It was you
Anyway.
guys.
Yeah,
your
it was us. It was us.
Let me give you the link to the playlist.
Yeah, I kind of wanna try and get the cube.
You wanna what?
I kind of want to try and get the cube.
You wanna try and get the... It doesn't look like a pleasant thing to hold on to, but if you really wanna
No,
grab
I don't
it...
want to like hold it, but I want to try and like, I don't know, fucking like chop the hand off that's holding it. You know?
You wanna
what I mean?
throw your last knife towards him? See if you get him with it?
Yes.
And then give me your third D6.
No, that's a 2.
Well, this one you don't cut yourself with. But it also misses. I'm sorry, B. It didn't go too good.
It landed like right in front. Like I threw it and it landed like right in front of my feet. And I'm like, okay.
Good
Never
news.
mind.
It's your turn again. Good guy's turn again. And I'm gonna say Knife Maw is not very pleased with one of his boys being sapped.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
He only has 3 of them. He can't afford to lose them. That's a 5.
Right?
He does
yeah,
not hit.
especially because the king won. Yeah.
He swings his bastard sword and misses the zombie he was trying to hit with it.
No.
He's too angry.
Too
Alright.
mad?
It's your
Really?
turn again. I'm gonna say... I'd say the orc seeing 2 new undead come towards him is going to deal with those. That's a fair thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
So let's roll this die. Which die is it again? It's a D8? Yeah, it's a D8. 7, he hits. So the skeleton just fucking crumbles, and the other zombie takes a bit of a beating, but it's still at least half alright. Still going.
Okay.
And that's an odd number, so I'll say Era, he casts that spell. He yells, "The cube hungers!" As... Right, I gotta roll a d4. Alright, yeah. And it siphons 2 health from himself. But the glow of the cube seems to overall have changed and grown a little bit brighter in tone after it has drained a bit more of his life. It seemed he was trying to direct it towards some of you, but he missed or messed up whatever he was doing, and it sucked from him instead. But he does not seem to be annoyed. He actually seems equally as pleased as if it had hit one of you. And that's them again, sadly.
No good.
It's the same spell!
Oh no.
This time he hits his own zombie. Which now is starting to look quite weakened. Starting to crumble and deteriorate. Let's see. And that's I'll say that's a zombie this time. Let's roll for its attack. It's gonna try and attack, I'd say it'd go for the already wounded soldier, probably. So Dave, I believe. Yes. Oh, it got a 6. Dave, it like swings its arm lazily at him, holding a axe, a very, very deteriorating, rusted axe, and that it like cuts into him with. And he lets out a cry in pain. I gotta roll for crit. Oh, that's a 2, so that's 5 damage. Oh god, Dave is not having a good time. Dave is nearly dying. Dave is not looking good. That's a 4. That's Team Era again. And he got a 4 on his spell roll. I just gotta... This is like one of the more complicated of his spells. Let me just read it. For 2... Alright, let's see. 1d8. That's 4, so that is difficulty 2. So you need to roll more than 2 on a d4.
Didn't.
You didn't. So skeletal hands bust out from the ground and grab a hold of your legs. You feel yourself restrained and cannot break free. You're going to need some help getting free from here. Stop them! He cries. It's gonna work this way. Another character can use their action to help you, or you can use your action to try and get out when it's your turn, or next time you decide you want to do something. But until then, you're not going to be able to do much. At least you yourself. Would he make... Well, I just made him target you to test it out for now. And it is the good guys.
Oh my god. Okay. Can I get the 3 guard boys to like retreat, go back?
You want him to go back and deal with the zombie?
Yes. Especially fucking Dave.
He's already been hit by it. Alright, let's roll for their attacks.
Like, get him out of danger. That's what I want. I want to get him out of danger.
Okay, you want all the 3 boys?
Well, specifically Dave. He's the one that's dying.
Alright, so Dave retreats while Bob and Kyle go for an attack on the zombie. And Kyle makes it, and Bob misses.
The zombie?
Let's see how much health it has left. I'm pretty sure it took that forehead, so... It's down to... Did Maxaka shoot at it? Or was that Era he shot? That was Era.
That was Era that shot at it.
Yeah, so this zombie is clinging to its existence once more. Just barely.
Oh
Not
my
dead.
Fucking god.
And it's Era, who casts Rise. Oh god, he might get more help now. That's 4.
I need to get that cube away from him!
So 1 skeleton, 2 skeletons, 3 skeletons, 4 skeletons burst out from the ground and surround him in a loose formation as they slowly begin staggering towards you, purple glow in their eyes.
Oh no.
At least they're the weak ones, the orc yells as he gets ready to swing his warhammer.
Very true!
Which he does not. Skeleton crew gets to move.
Oh no!
Let's roll for Undead Horde attacking the 2 remaining guards. Or who do you feel like would be standing most in front?
No!
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to die.
Well, I'm sorry, it might happen.
I know.
Let's see. I mean, good news is they don't deal a lot of damage and they basically have no health. Like, 4 skeletons... I'll tell you this, the skeletons literally have 1 health. They literally have...
They kind of crumble immediately.
Yeah, exactly. They literally... It's like Skyrim skeletons. You touch them and they just fall over going...
Skyrim skeletons.
Like, the first time you meet Skyrim skeletons, you go, oh my god, skeletons! Ah! And then you shoot an arrow at them.
That's because most people who meet skeletons in Skyrim met skeletons in Oblivion, and in Oblivion they're fucking resilient.
I feel like I remember. nightmares in snippets.
Right? Anyway, you decide who the skeletons go for. If they go for the guards, they go for the guards. If they go for the orc, they go for the orc.
Right, so the 4 skeletons are going to each swing their weapons, and the first... do I say a 3 hits? I feel like a 3 doesn't hit. Then again, it's guards, so... Fuck it, I'd say a 3 doesn't hit. I'd say they need at least 4 to hit. Well, that's a crit. With +2 damage, so that's at least 5 damage. That's a miss. That's another crit. That's 6, so that's 11 damage. So 2 of the skeletons hit Kyle, who is starting to look quite nearly as fucked up as Dave was.
I need some help to free myself. Jesus.
And hold on, the
Christ.
zombie also gets its attack. It deals 3 damage to Bob, who takes a hit, but he's still looking fine.
Okay.
Now let's see who gets to do something. Oh no, that's Era's team again.
No!
Oh, that's spell 3. Again. That's 3. That's a zombie. That's a skeleton. And that's another skeleton. So 2 more skeletons and a zombie rise from the ground.
God, I hate fucking mass graves.
Okay, let me see. Before you even get a chance to think about what to do, or who to ask, Max Sapgood steps forward, rubbing his hands together. I will sap. Let's see what he does.
You, Mac?
Come on, Mac. You gonna sap? Okay, we got 4. Then I gotta roll a d4 for control. Oh god, that's... Fuck this. Wait, no, that's the wrong spell. That's his target spell. He needs to use his group spell, right. Oh, why was I rolling for that? I even rolled the wrong die. Oh well, okay. D4, that's 2. And he has good enough control. Okay, 1, 2, they both hit. That does 2 damage, and that does 2 damage, so he pulverizes 2 of the skeletons. So there's still 4 of them. So, to be clear, there's a nearly dead zombie, 4 skeletons, and an armored zombie. No, a new zombie. So the horde of 5.
I'm still being pinned to the ground, pretty much.
Yep. And it's the horde again. Oh god, I'll let it be the
And this is why I'm still pinned to the ground.
I'll be fair and say just the zombies get to attack this time. Because 2 times 5, that's a lot of attacks.
It's a lot of death.
Well, we do have... Well, I designed this fight to be hard, so no, the whole horde of 5 is attacking. And the first is a miss, and the second is a miss, and the third is a crit. It deals... Oh wow, that deals 7 damage. That's a miss. That's a miss. Okay, only one of them hits, and it hits Bob, who now also is about dying. They're all looking really fucked now, the 3 guards. Let's see. Okay, but good news is the good guy's turn.
Very good. Okay.
So, what's up, B?
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you're.
The dilemma.
There, a lot of things just happened.
A lot of things happen. Like, I gotta save the guards. I love the guards. I gotta save my.
I focus on myself. Why do you love the guards?
Because I just, oh.
Does Nori's moral code just randomly latch onto people she finds adorable?
I guess.
Or is that more you?
Probably more
Because
me.
I feel like currently Nori is going, why are there skeleton hands from the ground holding me here? Help!
That's very true. Somebody please me help me. Or else I can do it myself.
Roll me a d4.
D4's been rolled. A 4.
Yeah, you break free, and because you got a 4, I'll say you get to do your action. You get to do
Oh.
something other than break free.
Okay. So I wanna see if I can get up and I was gonna go for Era, but the fucking skeletons are in the way.
Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with the horde.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the horde. Don't know which part. Surprise me.
You just swing your sword at him.
Hit something with my sword.
You just swing your sword at him? Okay, okay,
Like-
1d8. Roll me a d8.
Fucking 2.
Well, here's the thing. Roll me a d4 to see if you get to retry.
1d4. So 1.
Oh well, you feel the steel of the blade trying to aid you as you swing, almost as it's trying to redirect you a little bit by shifting the weight of the metal. But you kind of resist it, and through that, you miss. As it was apparently trying to guide you back on a more appropriate swing.
You know what? Fair.
And
Who is it?
the orc comes running up with his warhammer. He gets a 7. 2 more skeletons crumble to dust. So there's 2 skeletons, a barely alive zombie, and a fully alive zombie. No, wait. Ah, shit. What was it? No, he only killed that one, so yes, there was... Okay, yeah, so there's 2 skeletons and a fully alive zombie.
Okay, so there's only like 3 parts of the horde left, yeah?
Yes. But, problem,
Okay.
Era gets to cast a spell. And he casts... Never! He rolls, that's 5. I'll say he points towards the guard captain and yells, "Never!" And they have to roll a d8, d6. They fail. And the guard captain suddenly gets blasted back by this ghastly powerful, he gets knocked back by a powerful blast of undead mist and fire. This ghastly purple fire and mist just shoots out of the cube and pushes him back. And he grits his teeth as it seems to hit him a little hard. It's gonna take a little more than that, he yells.
Captain! Captain! Okay, who is it?
It is good guys.
Okay. I wanna go in for a swing at the zombie, a little more directed. I'm not as much. panic.
On who? Do you want to go for the zombie? Or try and get around it for Era?
Can I get around?
I mean, we can see if you're lucky enough. Are you?
I'm gonna go for it. Yes.
Give me the luck die, the ultimate die of luck, the D4.
Nope.
Nope. You're
on.
going for the zombie, I suppose. It's too thick. He's too thick, man.
I gotta go through this zombie.
It's the chonkiest undead you've ever seen. Holy shit. Damn, boy, that's a thick-ass boy.
The zombie.
So you're
Get in the
going...
mass grave.
You going for another sword attack?
Yes, at the zombie.
Then give me that precious D8.
It's a
Well,
one.
because of
Oh
your
my
sword's
God.
because of your sword special ability, you get to roll me a D4 to see if you get a reroll. You get a reroll.
All right, which one is it?
That's the D8.
Cool. That's 6.
It hits. You get
Yes.
him with a good cut. You like slash him, and you could feel you were about to miss because the zombie is kind of staggering in place towards you, you know. So you would have just barely missed, but something switched, like changes in the blade just as you slice at it, getting a good deep cut into it. But because of all the no wait, it was a normal zombie, so that means
He was just a chunky boy.
yeah, that means he's actually half dead. Now let's see who gets to go. That is Era. I'll say the remaining undead now go for you, the 2 skeletons and the zombie.
Oh, of course they do.
That's a fail. That's a fail. That's a success. So you take 3 damage as one of the skeletons like stabs at you with a rusty knife.
Okay. How much health do I have?
You have 14 health left. So still over half, but you're starting to take a bit of a beating.
It's starting to hurt a little bit. Yeah, I get it.
It's the
Yeah.
good guys though.
We haven't heard from Kane in a while. I kind of wanna
Yeah.
his help a little bit.
Let's see what he can do. He goes in for the same. Actually, no. He tries to do the same hand sign towards the tree line to see if his allies are ready for another volley. And one of them are. They miss though. The crossbow bolt flies through the air and misses the undead. So that didn't really work out. Good news, it's still the good guys.
I feel I need to defend myself, and so I want to go for the skelly with a knife that stabbed me a second ago.
All right, you gonna put it out of its misery?
Yes. Would be great if I could get both skellies in one go, but
Remember,
don't want to push my luck.
we made a rule called momentum for you. If you get a kill, there's a
That's
chance you get to
true.
do something else. So let's see.
That's true.
Give me
let's
that
see.
D8 to hit.
It's an 8.
That's actually a crit, which is a shame because you don't even... Well, because it's a crit and it's a skeleton you're hitting, roll me a D4 for the crit. That's only a 1. Well, it's still a crit, and because it's a skeleton, I feel like it's reasonable enough to say that you hit the skeleton so hard that you cut 2 of them in half with your fancy sword. I still only got a 1, though.
Yeah, I only got a 1.
Yeah, you do get your momentum anyway, so you just utterly fuck that skeleton. It turns into dust when you hit it.
Literally just crumbled into dust.
Yep, it just dusts. Like, it was a skeleton one moment, then you hit it, now it's dust.
Nice. Great. Awesome. Cool. Okay.
Now,
momentum,
roll me
yeah.
a d6, because I want to see if you have momentum.
That is a 2.
You don't.
Yeah.
But the good
Yeah.
guys get another move. How about
Okay.
Max Sapgood? It's been a while since he's done
Yeah.
something.
I need to hear some from. I need to hear from Max Sabgood.
He locks his eyes onto the zombie that's still half alive in front of you, starting to fall a bit apart. I will deal with this one, he says, as he he smacks his staff into the ground, the hard frozen ground, while he moves the fingers on his other hand around in the air a bit. and he begins mumbling something to himself. I gotta... That is 4? That's not enough to kill it, though. Oh, well. Then I gotta roll 1d4 for control. That's a 1. So he gathers some kind of energy in his staff, and he slams it into the ground before pointing it towards the zombie. And out of the other end of the staff shoots a bolt of lightning that hits a tree and nearly sets it on fire. And he looks behind him and goes, "Oops, been a bit." Big stick are not easy to aim this time of hour.
It's okay.
Next time you
It's
want
okay.
help, come in daytime.
Love him.
He's casually blaming you for his miss. Anyway, Era's turn. He sees this display of magic and goes, "Halt!" and tries to freeze Max Sapgood in the way he did you. Oh, that's a maximum strength. That means that Max Sapgood has to get a 4 to make this. That's a 2. He gets grabbed by a lot of skeleton hands. He does not look like he's having a good time anymore. Okay, let's see. Well, that's Era's turn again. That's a number 2. That's spooky. Spooky time. Does someone get shot? That's a 7. Ooh, that's 8 damage. Does he deal it? Does he control it?
Please.
He got a 5. He does not control it.
Yes. No. Wait.
So
Good
you
or bad?
you see him gather something in the cube before putting his other hand on it and swinging it out towards the group. But he does this so wildly without aiming at any of you that the energy just cackles and spits into the air, nearly sounding like the screams of the damned as it does so. This cube is clearly very fucked. And he yells, "Begone, Doombolt! Ah, not again!" Even he is starting to notice his miss ratio. I feel like I've made it too easy to miss with my magic in this game, but it makes it
Okay.
funny.
Okay, but I gotta.
Alright,
I gotta do something about that zombie that said his name.
your turn.
My turn. Okay.
Okay, so every zombie, whenever it's opened its mouth, has muttered, if anything other than, like, they've muttered, with what little voice and lungs they have left. The only reason why the skeletons aren't is because they're skeletons.
Yeah, they don't have voice boxes.
See,
or
I don't
anything.
care how much magic you cram into your skeletons, they don't
You
talk.
You cannot make a skeleton talk.
Unless
It
it's
is a
literally
skeleton.
a
skeleton
spirit.
shouldn't even be able to walk.
The only reason why I accept you being able to make a skeleton talk is if it's like a spirit that's still inhabiting its own skeleton. That's the way that makes sense. Yeah. And
Right.
this is like the cube bringing the spirits of the dead back and like thralling them to its will.
Yeah.
But they're like
But I kinda-
mumbling his name. Oh,
I want to ask Era what it's all about.
it is your turn. You
But,
could do that.
You know, we are in the heat of battle, and I might get hit. But you know what? I'm gonna yell at Era. I'm gonna be like, "Why are you doing this? What happened for you to do this?"
You just like yell from where you are, or you try to get closer
just-
or anything, or
I mean, I guess I can yell while I'm like trying to get closer, but
well, I
You know.
guess the zombie would still be in the way, but you could yell while you kill the
Right.
zombie.
that's a good yeah. I kill the zombie while I'm yelling
Give
at Era,
me-
asking him
then-
why he's doing this.
then,
What's happened for him to do this?
Then give me a sword. That was
yeah,
the D8.
Yeah, I'm still trying to remember. That's a 5.
I'll say that hits. So you actually put that zombie, you cut it deep, and you see it fall over and crumble as the whatever energy was keeping it together is runs out from the damage you've dealt, and you yell that to Era, who kind of seems a little surprised to actually be asked a genuine question.
I haven't been asked so long. Why? Why? This.
Let me roll a die to see how he actually reacts to that.
Okay.
He
So
doesn't
far, he
know how
seems
to.
a little puzzled and confused.
Well, it's his action now, and I'll say because he's so puzzled by this that I'll let one of his actions be skipped. But it's
He's
his.
that confused.
It's his group again. So the last skeleton is going to make an attack. It hits. And it hits. Oh no! No!
No, no.
It killed Dave! It killed Dave! The zombie jabs its sword, and Dave, he just he tried to dodge, but he didn't really expect how shambling the figure was, so he actually just wounds up walking into it. And he's not having a good time. In fact, he falls over, dead, immediately, with a sword stuck inside of him. Kyle and Bob are in shock. I have now removed Dave from my notes. So, Dave is dead. How do we feel? B? B? You there?
Yes.
You
Yeah, I'm here.
Were you quiet there for a bit, or
I was quiet for a bit, and then you asked how we feel, and I went, no, not Dave.
Yeah, we met him like 20 minutes ago. Oh no. Dave!
Dave is dead.
Um,
Dave.
and too bad, because now Era also gets to cast a spell. Let me see if he tries to cast spell number 4. That's another halt. Well, that's pretty fitting because you just tried to talk to him, so he wouldn't necessarily be shooting at you. Um,
Right.
Give me a D4 with at least a 3 or a 4.
That is a 2.
So you get grabbed by skeleton hands again.
Sake.
You really want to know?
Yes.
They they told me I was crazy after I lost them all. After I was a coward. But I'm not a coward anymore. Look at me now. I have the cube. I have them all here. Look, they're still here.
He gestures to the zombie that's just killed Dave.
Still here. Still here. Still good. We can do this. But you will not stop me. I'll show you all. I'll show you.
It would seem he's spent so long doing whatever he's been doing that he's not even sure why he's doing it himself at this point. You can tell
Okay,
that.
no. Can I? Is there
Um,
a little bit of backstory to why he wants that?
well, you should have asked the people in town for that info.
That's true.
Or
I
investigated his
forgot about
basement.
that. Forgot about that. Although I have an inkling.
I
I
will
have a
say,
feeling.
though, it's honestly not concrete what happened to him. I haven't jotted it down. I just have a few ideas, and I like keeping things that way because that way you yourself can view how good or bad he truly is in your own way.
I feel like he's just misunderstood.
He probably is, but at this point, he's also raising the dead and intend to possibly
No.
destroy a small town.
Yeah, and I gotta keep Lavender safe. And
Exactly.
also Earl.
And
And also,
Earl.
I'm sorry, I forgot the other guy. What his
And
name was?
and Bob and what's left of Kyle.
Yeah, I gotta keep them all safe.
Dude, we've been going for a long time, so maybe do we want to keep doing do we want to finish this in this episode or do we want to finish the boss fight in the next one?
Um, well, hmm,
Because this is already going to be a pain in the ass to edit.
that's very true. You wanna halt it here and then keep going next time?
Yeah,
Finish it off next
like
episode?
perhaps we could just go next Friday and just make a slightly shorter episode to finish it off.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna have to check my calendar real quick before,
let me
because
just
I don't
jot
remember if I have anything to do.
some things down about the
Yeah.
fight. One
I don't have
zombie,
anything to do in a week. So,
zombie full HP, HP, and Dave is dead, and both you and Max Sapgood are restrained,
yep.
and that's about it. I've got the health jotted down on the characters. Yep, it looks well. That was an episode.
Yeah. While I was taking notes and everything earlier, when we were like walking around asking people if they wanted to sell, I had
Yeah.
like a whole like little like quest kind of thing. So I had like find Era, find Help, find Mac, find Blacksmith, and under find Blacksmith fight, right?
Yeah.
The last point under find Blacksmith is buy a shiny question mark?
You didn't just buy a shiny, you bought the shiniest.
I bought the shiny.
She bought the shiny. What are you gonna name that sword, by the way? It's like a
That
silver.
sword.
It's like a silver. It looks like it's like a steel blade that's been covered with part silver, even on the sharp bits. And then the handle has like small, tiny fragments of crystal engraved in it here and there.
See, I don't know, but I'll figure it out till next Friday,
I'd give it something
which
like
means I've got
I'd
I've
call
got
it.
about a week to like figure it out.
I'm just gonna write it down as Shimmer Blade for now.
Yeah, that's just
Shimmer
like a
Sword.
placeholder name. Because I've got a few places I can go to try and get inspirations, but it's gonna largely be my own like
In short of it,
my own
ba-
like fantasy.
basically it's just a slightly enchanted blade that can kind of tell a little ahead of time if the strike you're sending out is going to hit or not, so it tries
Yeah,
to balance you. But
yeah.
I guess that was about all we have to say for this one. I've been the guy that hates Tuesdays.
And I've been B as always.
Well, you've technically been
Shut up.
Nora.
That's true. I've technically been Nori, but I have been B playing as Nori.
Exactly.
So.
And I've been God. And also,
Yes.
I've been Era. No one trusts me. No one listens. But I did it. I proved them wrong. Now the
I just
corpses are
wanna know
here.
why.
This outro is now mine. This is the outro with Era.
I just wanna know why I did it.
Anyway, you can listen to the first episode on YouTube now. The YouTube link has the first episode on it. You can go to the
Very
Discord
exciting.
server for my Twitch channel and hang out if you want, or not. And we'll see you next Friday, I guess, when we'll continue this boss fight.
Hopefully finish it then too.
Because this guy, as I expected, it was. See, maybe I should have just planned it from the start to be 3 sessions because I wanted an epic boss fight, and I also wanted to give you a bit of town exploration, adventuring, and gathering a crew
Yeah.
to survive the
It
boss
should
fight.
it should have probably been like one session to explore the town, gather crew, find out the backstory of the place, and a session for the
Maybe
boss fight.
maybe we
We
can
know
add
that
a
for
bit
next
of
time.
it like after you defeated him, like perhaps you ask a bit around the town just to find out a little more about the man you just killed.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. But either way, this is good practice for, future campaigns if we decide to keep doing this just casually.
Oh yeah, I kind of wanna see if I can make a sci-fi one. Toss you into
Well, that could be
space,
cool. That could be cool.
get laser gun,
Oh.
fly fighter ship. Because I already have some basic rules written down because I kind of wanted to make a homebrew sci-fi scavenging game where
Be a
you
space rogue.
yeah where you're a crew of where the party is a crew of people that's been hired by a person that owns a cargo vessel, like a modified bomber ship, and they've hired
Yeah.
you to be their crew to fly out wherever you point, and then they go there, and then you go out and gather stuff and loot and scavenge, but you get a hold of something you shouldn't and get involved with some bad business.
Ooh,
That was the basic idea for the story behind that one. But just that kind of
that
thing
sounds really cool.
where you like pick different derelict ships and go out and scavenge, and it be a mismatch of technology with different classes I worked out.
Yeah,
We could talk about
that
that
sounds
next
pretty
time.
cool. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We've already done the outro. Maybe I should just